Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. It is I, Trooper SJP, and this is the Academic Foxhole. How are you all? How are you all doing? It is a Thursday, and it is our Mac Thursday stream, and I hope everyone is doing well. Uh, you might be hearing I've got the long dark up on my screen, so when I switch over, you'll see it. Hello, Vio and Schmelza, hello. But I want to chat with y'all about some stuff first before we start. Maybe also at the same time because I have to wander around in the woods, for a bit anyway. So I mean, we can probably walk and talk uh, like those TV shows with what's his face. You know, what's his face? What's his face? Hello, Night Angel 451. Ooh, that reminds me of Fahrenheit 451, which was a very what's his face? The TV show guy. Is this about the Twitch leak? No, well, I suppose tangentially, but not exactly. Krellan, you had Twitch muted. What's the guy's name? He did Studio 30. What's it? That is exactly why I picked it. Oh, really? Awesome. There was I love the book, and there was a film version of it that came out, I suppose, in the '60s. It always really uh, struck me because at the end of the book film, right, the fireman, he goes to that community, and all those people had memorized those books. And I just remember that scene where there was like some old person that was like reciting this book that they had memorized by heart to like a younger person who was then memorizing it. And I that really struck me. You know what I mean? Like, it stuck with me. I was young at the time, and I'm a bit of a book nerd, but it always stuck with me, that moment. That was yeah. English major. Nice. Nice. I'm not an English major, but I'm not I am literature adjacent, shall we say. Uh, Musicology, so music history, but uh, I'm a critical musicologist, so we do a lot of literary studies as well. So it's like a combination of literary studies, history, and critical theory. So all of that mixed up all together. Let me move this here so I have a better view. Oh, it's such a good. I know, I love it too. Um, I wish I could remember that guy's name. I feel like y'all know who I'm talking about. The guy, the walk and talk guy. I think he did The West Wing. He also did that one about like that one TV show that was sort of about Saturday Night Live, but not. And then I think he also did one on HBO with uh, a movie actor as like a news anchor dude. Do you know who I'm talking about? Like walk and talk. Aaron Sorkin. Thank you, Aaron Sorkin. That's exactly who I was thinking of. Uh, uh, Krellin got it. Aaron Sorkin, where everybody's like walking down a hallway and then they're talking about things. We might be able to do that in the long dark. We will see. If we do that. We will see. But I just wanted to bring up something. I've been thinking a lot. Sports night. No, no, there was a different one. There was a different one he did. It wasn't 30 Rock, Krellin. It was one. I think it was only on for one season that had Amanda Peet in it. Prax. Hello, Prax. Also, you know what? I just realized something. I have the wrong. Let me fix this. I have the wrong alert on, and the alert I currently have is not going to let me know. So, Prax, I'm gonna sing for you. I am. I just have to change my alerts because if I don't, it will not alert me because I've got the Colas alerts up, and I want my um I'm mad at you RIAA alerts up is the one that I want. Give me 1 second. Manage my themes, my main, but dealing with the RIAA. Boom. I think I'm saved there. And yes, and then I just have to do one more thing, and then I'm good. That's what I have to do. Um, no, it's not 30 Rock. It was a different show. Uh, Still here for the full-on drama and also sniper feels. Yes. What was the No, it was called. It was like it wasn't 30 Rock. It was like Studio. Amanda Peet was in it. It was on for like one season, maybe. Uh, somebody somebody has to know this show that I'm talking about. I didn't even watch a lot of it, but it was come on. Somebody knows what I'm gonna look it up because if I don't look it up, you all will think that I made it up, and I didn't. And wait, and all right, all my timers are all good. Boom. Uh, Thank you, Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. Thank you, Chrome. That was the one. Yeah, I think it was only one season. 1 year, 2006, 2007, which is the period in which I was not watching network TV. No, that's fair. Yeah, I don't think I watched most of it. I watched a couple episodes, and it was all like about like a fake Saturday Night Live TV show. And I think Amanda Peet was in it. Anyway, yeah, I will yes, I will let you do it, and it will be fine. All right, so, y'all, as you all know, that big leak happened, right, where the top 100 paid Twitch streamers from for the last 2 years got leaked, and everyone's in their feelings, and everybody's talking about stuff, and there are a lot of things going on. And I have a lot of feelings about a lot of things, some of which I will share with you, some of which I will not. Some of which I will not share, not because, just because they're like, some of them are personal and like you don't need to know because they're just like really not relevant to other people. Um, some of which are personal and then also relevant to other people, and I will share theirs. I will share those. Remembering Amanda Peet was in it was all it took. Looked her filmography, yeah. See, and that was it. So there's a thing that I need to express that is difficult to sort of phrase because it's a contradiction. And the contradiction is this: people judge themselves off these top 100 streamers. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, these people, look at them. Why don't I have that? And I also deserve that, or I'm entitled to that. I should also have that because I'm doing so poorly and they're doing so well and I'm doing so badly. But like, almost 15 million people streamed last year, and we're looking at the top 100, right? Which is like such a micro minuscule percentage of the people streaming. Those people in the top 100 are such extreme outliers that it isn't funny, like, at all. Like, it is, they're just not the norm. Well, mass appeal is everything. Niche audiences are valuable. But hey, Hawkeye. But here's the thing, Vio, which I want to say is that all these other people are not actually niche. This is a thing that I think is so that I really want to try to get across, right? Which was, I put out a Twitter thread that talked about how I'm in the top 4%, no, 0.4% of all of Twitch last year. Me, who's a nobody, is in the top 0.4% of all of Twitch. So it's easy to think, oh, I'm doing this niche thing and all, but actually, if I were to complain about my numbers, that'd be like a millionaire complaining that I'm not a trillionaire. Do you see what I'm saying? And I think this is now, of course, I only had 28 average followers last year, but 28 average followers puts me in the, like, it puts me in the top 0.6% of all of Twitch. And so we're in this really strange situation, I find, where people are salty that they're not bigger, but they don't realize that they're the equivalent of a millionaire already. It's just that most people, they just don't realize how small Twitch is, basically, right? And it's just a frustrating thing to want to say to people, actually, you're really, really big, but also nobody on Twitch is big. Do you know what I mean? Like, at the same, comparatively speaking, it's a kind of a weird contradiction, but yeah. Hey, Zipper on Disney, how are you? What do you think about the opposite feeling, Trevor? I often feel like the last thing the world needs is more of me. Um, well, this is another way of thinking about Twitch, though, right? Um, and I want to get that thought of yours, Krellin, and I want to take it and go somewhere with it. But I also want to see what everybody else said. Night Angel says, "Doesn't society do this with literally everything?" Yes, it does. If 15 million people stream, the top 4% is like 600,000 people. Yeah, the top percent is larger than the city that I live in. Uh, it it is, but it's still not a huge amount of people. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the top numbers are really rare. Comparing yourself to that minority is never a good thing, right? And it's not even just like it's also like a micro, right? What werewolf feels, it's a micro minority. It's like so small. It's like such a tiny number, and also that 600,000 people is like worldwide. It's like the entire world, right? Hey, werewolf. It's one of those things where it's tricky, right? Because it's like I want to sort of express that A, you're bigger than you think you are. So like complaining about how small you are is pretty weird. But then B, you're still really small, so nobody cares, and everybody's really small. Like it's just kind of like a it's there's this weird like it's a really hard thing to express. Um, Thinking about the numbers always trips me out. My D&D stream has 300 viewers on average, and that's easily top 1%. Oh, it's way more than top 1%. Like it's, I mean, like I'm top 1% at 28 average viewers. If you have 300 views on average, you are like insanely elite. Do you know what I mean? Like 300 viewers on average is insanely elite, and it's nothing compared to the big guns. But there are like only like three of them. Do you know what I mean? Like they're only like that's the thing that uh to sort of think about that there are like not that many big guns, and most people like 300 is huge. Like 300 is massive, massive. Considering that the average viewership is like three, four, depending on like which month or what year you're talking about, like which time frame you're looking at. The average viewership is three. You know, like that's what we've got, and that's just for TTRPGs and Dungeons and Dragons. I suspect for Twitch as a whole, that number is probably is less, right? Because only 13% of streamers are affiliated, and to get affiliate, you need to be able to maintain three average viewers for 30 days in a row, and that's still only 13%. And affiliate is automatic, so we're looking at what 86% of streamers cannot maintain three an average of three viewers over 30 days. And so it's this thing where I feel like it's this really complicated thing that I think about where I want people to know that A, you're doing way, way better than you think you are, but also Twitch is just not as big as you think it is. Like it's just not as big as you think it is. Do you know what I mean? And that's the kind of complicated thing to sort of get across that you're both way more important than you think you are, and none of us are that important, right? Um, Another thing is that's more than the population of Wyoming. Mhm. Uh, I'm fairly surprised that Sierra is in fact the top. Well, they're the top paid streamer, Krellin, which is not the same thing as the top streamer, and that's different because they're not the top streamer. Um, where am I? Like, I suspect they're the top paid streamer because they negotiated a really good deal, is what I think. But in terms of, let's see, for the last 365 days, most watched channels, let's see, what do we have? Most watched for all categories. Uh, hey, I get happy if mine get 20 or more views post streamcast. I mean, that's a lot. I'm lucky to get greater than five. I'm not the demographic that appeals. But Hawkeye, this is the point. If you have greater than five, you are well above average. And I think this is part of what I'm trying to get across to people. People are like, "Oh, I only have like 5 viewers, so like I don't have mainstream appeal. I'm like so niche, I'm so small." But if you have 5 viewers, you are well above average. Like you are above average if you have 5 viewers. And I feel like so many people think, "Oh man, I have so few viewers. I've got like 10, I've got 5, I've got 15. I'm like just not popular, like nobody's interested in me. I'm just so niche. I'm like just like I'm not big." But actually you're big. Like, you know, if you've got those numbers, you are really big. And I think one of the things I really want to like somehow get across to people is that like if like your numbers, Hawkeye, easily land you in the top 15% of all of Twitch. Do you know what I mean? Like top 15% of all of Twitch. And people they don't realize that, right? That they don't like if you can get three average viewers, you're in the top 13% of Twitch. And so we do all this negative talk about ourselves, about how like, oh no, like we just don't we're not a demographic that appeals, we're not very popular, we're so small, da 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 da. But actually, if you hit more than three, you're not small. You're actually in an elite. It just may not feel like it, but it's actually true. Is a It's actually a tendonitis. I've got some tendonitis, but I'm actually almost better. I've been doing my wrist. It just takes a long time. Just takes a. This is a question from VO. It takes a long time for your wrist to heal. It takes months and months and months. And I'm actually much better. I feel like I'm almost there. because I've been like I went to a physical therapist like last year about this wrist, and it took a long time for it to get better. And I'm doing this one without physical therapy, all that kind of just on my own because I'm in a different state right now, so I don't have access to my wrist doctor. And I'm almost better, so I'm actually feeling pretty good about it. Um, Krellin says you need to improve your audio quality. Most times I caught your streams have trouble hearing over the game. Oh, interesting. That's good. Thank you. Yeah, we don't break 20 viewers live on Winter Sunday without a raid, and that still makes Prax one of the top channels. I just saw Prax actually recently up there because I was up till like 7 in the morning this morning, sort of doing analysis on stats for September, just because people were being weird on Twitter, and I was like, I just need to be able to get the actual stats to talk about what's going on right now. And like, I just saw Twitch up there, and like, Prax up there, and Prax is up there. Like, Prax is like a big channel. That's the thing. Um, I would have thought that the exact right. See, Hawkeye says I would have thought the exact opposite. That's actually encouraging, which is part of like the contradiction that I want to bring out, right? That people think they're so small and nothing, but actually they're probably not. They're probably top, top, top. But it's just that the vast majority of streamers are streaming to one, two, three people. Um, Werewolf says, "Yeah, I just got affiliate. Oh, congratulations, Werewolf! Congratulations, top 13%." And it's really weird to think myself as being part of that elite, even though it's true. Yep. Maybe it's also because we surround ourselves at times with people we aspire to be, and that can cause inherent comparison with people who've been doing this longer than you. Yeah, at least it's something I notice about myself and I'm trying to work on. And I think also we end up focusing on like 10 people. You know what I mean? Like we focus on like such a small number of people and we compare ourselves to them, and those people are not good comparison points at all. At all. Prax is top, and she is top alien shooter person. Mhm. Rissa says, I'm mad that my browser didn't automatically start the audio on this. I've missed 20 minutes of stream. Ah, uncaring universe. Um, Also, yeah, really, congrats on that affiliate, Werewolf. Krellin says, this morning I scrolled through the Critical Role trend on Twitter and was a bunch of people saying, wow, I can't believe people are mad if that Critical Role gets paid. But after scrolling for like a half hour or a full hour, I couldn't find anyone mad they were getting paid. Oh, um, I've seen some people. I've seen some people. You just have to be in slightly different Twitter things, and mostly there are people. Mostly, what I've seen are people who are subtweeting, but also feel like they deserve to have Critical Role's viewership and not Critical Role. And I was like, Critical Role doesn't even have Critical Role's viewership. It's just like one of those things that I'm like, this is like like it's ooh like no, but ooh yeah yeah. Um, uh, Sometimes, thanks for hanging the only criticism was a few mentions of, hey, they make millions, maybe it's a criticism like we do other companies, and the same, hey, stop being so white stuff that's been around for years. Oh, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, but like a lot of it's like, they're a company, you have to remember that. Uh, they're the man. Um, they shouldn't like there's a lot of like we should be getting what they're getting. I've been noticing a little bit of that. Spencer says, but like Sierra's a whole ass production company now. It is. And they make a lot of money. They do. They absolutely do. But also there's just not, if you looked at that list, oh, I put it down somewhere. Um they were number one on that list with like $9 million for over the 2 years, but number 100 was at like $800,000, I think is what they made. Where did I put that? Where did I put it? Um, because I've been keeping all this stuff. I don't know if I put it on the right part of my. Hold on, that's my year in Sully data. Give me a second. 31 employees. Oh, that's interesting. Uh, Hold on. You know what I need? I need. Where did I put this? Recent downloads, academic bundles, uh, notes on my paper, things I've got to take off my desktop. By the way, you should be proud of me. I did take things off my desktop. I just want you to know it. Where did I put this? Let's see. Maybe either Twitter or top. I should sort this by. This is the only way I'm going to find these things. Top paid streamers. I don't know where I put this, but here we'll go here. This way I can see it. Here we go. Boom, boom. Um, Yeah, number two, which is a single streamer, not a group, was like 8.6 million, and number three was like down to three or four. Absolutely, yeah. And then number 11, where was it? Let me get my quick look. Number 11 made $886,000. So $887,000 over that 2 year period. So like $400,000, which is still a lot of money, but like the difference between like 9 million and 800,000 is a lot. And please note that 800,000, like 880, 890, right, is for the number 100 total out of 15 million people, right? Like 15 million people streamed. And once we hit 100 out of 15 million, we're down to 8, like, and you know it's just going to drop precipitously from there, right? Like those numbers are going to just get smaller and smaller until you get people, uh, like me in the huge elite who make like, $200 a month, maybe something like that, right? Uh, Werewolf says, I do a little side eye. I do side eye a bit how they're setting the next campaign in a region inspired heavily by POC culture, but I hope they'll bring on a consultant or two so they don't accidentally trip over racial stereotypes. That's a bit new. Yeah, Werewolf, there's a lot of things to think about that. I think about that a lot too. I think there's a lot of um, it's a lot of things to ponder, right? There are a lot of things to ponder there, and I don't have all the answers for that, um, but I do think that we have to be careful over how we frame our arguments because very often this was a thing that actually got me the other day that I was sort of irritated by. Very often we make an argument and we don't think about the ramifications of that argument, right? Um, we make these sort of like nobody should do X or everybody should do Y or this or that, and the consequence of that is often not what we think it will be because we're just not being nuanced, and sometimes what we end up doing is like stabbing ourselves in the foot because our language is not we're not being thoughtful, we're not thinking through our thought process enough, and that always is a little bit frustrating. um did I oh I did close some tabs. I was very I have a lot of tabs open. Yeah. Yeah, so honestly, Nine isn't a lot for a small biz of their size. I think folks are just jarred finding out money is involved with a group of friends. Yeah. Cron says, I can't take anyone seriously who still uses the group of friends argument about the biggest ever Kickstarter in the Amazon. Yeah, I don't. And hey, maybe they are a group of friends, but they're also a business, right? Absolutely, Krellin. Ice Bunny says they make money for Twitch and people should be happy because if Twitch is not sustaining itself, it's gone for everyone. This reminds me of the music industry. I'll get back to that. Werewolf says the fact that from 1 to 100 there is a 90% drop in funds is a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Werewolf. Thank you. Yes, it's like a 90% drop in funds just in the top 100. Yes, absolutely. And like, I think that this is like, and Zipperon, if you're here, this is related to something we talked about, I think, as well. Um, and that has to do with D&D as a whole, the D&D sort of market. Um, More money go to basis, yeah. For me, it's looking at whether people are being honest critics of CR versus majorly jealous. And look, there are critiques of CR, absolutely, but sometimes the critiques aren't very good. I like good critique. Good critiques I really, really like. Like, so for example, Werewolf was like, hey, they're sort of basing their next campaign in Marquette, which is like a desert place, and there are a lot of people of color in that sort of setting. And what Werewolf said is, I hope they bring in consultants so they don't accidentally trip over racism. And that is like a great thing to say. Like that thing that Werewolf said was something I found awesome. Right? Like I thought that was like I was like, oh, I like that. Like that was a comment that Wizard says, I heard group of friends, I immediately knew what the discussion was about. Uh and hey Wizard, and like for me that comment from Werewolf, which was really great and I really liked it because that seemed to be a very useful comment, right? Like, okay, so they're setting it there. Let's hope they get good consultants to make sure they don't do anything sketchy and like that they do well, that's good. But I've also heard people say things like they should never set anything in a place where people of color are. And I'm like, ooh, okay, I don't know if that's a good take. Um, I don't know if that's a good take because that gives white supremacists permission to never to just have all white things, right? Like if you say that only people of group X can engage in X and that group is quite small, then that just gives people permission to never actually, to basically just have only the hegemony and say like, oh yeah, we're all like cis straight white guys, but people of color told me that we're not allowed to do that, so that's why it's just like an all white space all the time because they told us that we can't, so we're just doing what they said. And that's the problem with um being like, that's, you have to be really careful about your language because the language you use can very easily be co-opted and used to oppress you if the language you use is really absolutist and has no sort of nuance in it. And that's a thing that I'm always very worried about. That if you make comments that are far too just like, bah, people, there are people out there just waiting to be like, oh yeah, right, yep, so sorry, and it's a it's a concern, right? Like, it's a concern that I have that sometimes people do not think through their arguments, and there are unintended negative consequences for arguments that have not been thought through fully. And so I just tend to want people to be more thoughtful, like the ways in like I really enjoyed what Werewolf Feels said was like, oh, they're doing this. I want them to have consultants. That is like a doable and productive sort of critique. Love it. Love it. I think it's great. Um, Krellin says Twitch's revenue for 2020 was 2.3 billion. Vo asks, is it still making a net loss? Mm. Svenvolf says, I think in the guests we've seen more recently, they've likely hired on a few as consultants. But I think they have. I think they have. Hawkeye says, yeah, and if they set an area that is not majorly POC, they get accused of ignoring race and segregating. So, like, it's just, we have to, I just feel like we have to be really thoughtful. And the thing it's hard when people are, like, in trauma and angry, they sort of, like, do um, a thing, but sometimes that's not the best. Um, Wizard says, I highly doubt that. If they do, they certainly don't have a problem on the income side. Hey, Shawtails. I've heard mixed feelings about whether or not they have um whether or not Twitch is operating at a loss or not. I actually don't know because I've heard both yes and no. It's unclear to me. Zipperon says, if the DM can't play NPCs of their identities, then the fiction is all homogenous. That's, and I will also note that some of these arguments only apply to players and not GMs, but why is that? Vio says, yeah, Trooper, the argument sounds like something can be turned to stamp down on pause. Absolutely, absolutely, Vio. Yeah. Krellin says they have been very good about getting POC for their side stuff and guest spots, but they really need to stop being so married to just the 7 of them as the main cast for every main campaign. Yeah, and Krellin, it's really funny because I would uh, I have a lot of mixed feelings, right, about that comment, Krellin, which I mostly agree with. But for me, I just feel like there are 7 of them and they're all members of this corporation, right? They're all partners. So not having one of them on seems like it could be a problem. So what I feel like would be the best thing, they'd have to figure out how to do it, would be to have 2 main campaigns. I think if they could have 2 main campaigns, 2 big long campaigns, and split that group of 7 up, like 3 in one, 4 in the other, then they could add, let's say, 2 2-ish people to each of those main campaigns so they can get more diversity. Then they could actually lessen the number of people at the table, which I think would be a good idea for them, because 7 is just a lot of people at the table. So I feel like if they could have 2 main campaigns, split that group in half, fill in, then that would probably be the best solution rather than 1 main and then some sides. Like, try to have 2 mains. That would be my uh, I think could be good, but we'll see. Svenvolf says, actually, this might be a good form to ask. I'm white. If I run a POC human the same as a white human in D&D, that's okay. Svenvolf, it depends on what that means. Svenvolf, I would say it depends on how you do it, and I will answer that in more depth once I get caught up on comments. Ice Bunny says, are they not shooting themselves in the foot by excluding the representation? And in the end, in the case, yeah. Krellin says, I'm looking for profit figures for Twitch, but those aren't required to be reported, so they're hard and or impossible. Yeah, I would love to know that. Prax says, based on the public documents that were part of the acquisition of Twitch by Amazon, they are no longer operating at a loss. Oh, interesting, because I thought they were for a while, but I wouldn't be surprised if during the pandemic they were no longer. Wizard says, yeah, I don't watch CR specifically, but in most shows, most shows make less money the more POC they bring in, unfortunately, but obviously CR's profitable enough to take a little hit. Yeah. Krillin says, yeah, 2 campaigns would be great. I'm with you with that. Yeah, I actually think that 2 long-term campaigns would probably be the best way to go and also a good move for them as a company. But again, uh, Wizard says, yeah, the question is who doesn't get to play? I assume CR is the main source of income for all but maybe one of them. Now, yes, which I actually think that one of the big deals for them is that they own their own IP, which as voice actors they didn't because they're doing work for hire. Svenvolf says, like, a better way to phrase what I said is, skin color is just the color of one's skin in most of my campaigns. Should this not be the way I run it? Let me answer that question in a second. It depends. Depends. Werewolf says, plus 2 concurrent campaigns that take place in the same world. Pretty cool. Right? Like, that would be pretty cool. And I feel like they could do some really interesting things that way. Or even if they, yeah, I mean, or they could be 2 different campaigns, long campaigns, one which is in their D&D world, one who's in a different space. Like, there are options that they could do that I think would be really good. Um, Zipperon says, that's a good point. And new player won't be an owner, but making the owner, yeah. Uh, Crown says 2 or 3. Wizard Lord Bailey does a lot of work. Yeah, yeah. Gotta take care of it. Oh, okay. I will see you later, Zipperon. I hope you can enjoy it. Like, take care of the baby. Hey, Grumpy. And we're gonna go to the Long Dark soon. I honestly doubt that the cultures in your world are completely free of intentional or unintentional real life influences. I'm gonna get back to that question. Hi, Trooper, says B, right? Do you recall Vast from Geek and Sundry? Sounds a little. Oh, I do remember Vast. That was fun. That was fun. So, um, the thing is that it is. So I will give you an answer that is a very, very typical Trooper answer, and that answer is, I do not think there's ever an absolute on these things. Um, I often find it's not. There's a lot of elements that go into it, and I'm going to give you a be right. I really enjoyed Vast. I'm going to give you an example of a conversation that happened on Twitter, and I hope what I will say will sort of get to what you're coming to, Sven Wolf. So there was a person who tweeted. This person was um, woman identified. Vio says, that's one of the things I liked about Dimension 20 is the 7. While it's not running concurrently with Fantasy High, it's a great example of bringing a new cast into a pre-existing world and expanding on an interesting direction with a wildly different cast chemistry. Yeah, and like I have thoughts, I'll get to it. But so this one person who identified as a woman posted on Twitter and they complained that they wanted to play a male PC and their GM wouldn't let them. The GM said, no, you cannot play a male PC. Right. And they were like, that's like really upsetting. And the entire Twitter thread was about how that GM was wrong for not letting her play a male PC. I think he said something like it wouldn't be believable, whatever kind of like bogus, um, weird response he gave. And the GM did seem kind of bogus. And like it seemed sketch. But the people's response was, anyone should be allowed to be able to play any gender they want to at the table, no matter what. And any GM who doesn't let you is basically a fascist. And I can't co-sign that because while I am happy for many people to play multiple genders all the time, and people are like, you have to let people try different genders because sometimes it's a way for them to sort of come out if they're genderqueer or trans, like explore things. It's really important to let people do other things. And sure. But I would never make an absolute about it because I have played with people who should never cross-gender play at all because it's bad and offensive, right? Like I have seen multiple times dudes who play women PCs and it is offensive and bad and it's super uncomfortable and it's not cool, and I do not feel comfortable having that person at the table doing super gross things at the table. So like to say that any GM who doesn't let you play whatever gender you want is therefore a terrible person and fascist and wrong does not take into account that some people maybe should not be cross-gender playing, but that doesn't mean that no one should cross-gender play, or that like when we start getting into those extremes, that's when we start having problems because some people can cross-gender play and it's great and awesome. Some people cannot, and then it's not great, and then it's not awesome, right? And it's the like so the absolute thing, like no one can do this ever, or everyone can do this, uh, is the problem, because life is not that black and white. Not that black and white. Wizard Styles, oh, the GMs to run everything, but also permit everything. So yes, yes. Theo says, ooh, I can think of legit reasons for a GM not allowing that. Mm, yes. Hawkeye says, was the DM wanting to prevent them from portraying sexist stereotypes? No. I know I avoid playing cross-gender just to make sure I don't actually do something wrong. No. The GM in question seemed to be actually creepy, right? Like that GM seemed to be a problem, absolutely. But then people were taking it to this sort of like a larger absolute comment, which I don't think is good. Yeah, Krellin says, yeah, don't let Johnny Misogynist crossplay, but Terry Two Spirit absolutely can. And also, the thing is, there are a lot of dudes who can play female characters just fine, and there are a lot of women who can play male characters just fine, or there's some women who can't play male characters. Vice versa. It kind of depends on like what the campaign is like, what the tone is, what they're doing, and I think so this goes, now Svenvolf, this does go to your question about like treating skin tone as if it doesn't matter. It depends on the circumstance, right? So there are contexts where treating skin tone like it doesn't matter is good and positive, but there are contexts where it's not. There are contexts where treating skin tone like it does matter is good and positive, and there are contexts where it's not. It often depends on how you're doing it and why and what you're doing specifically. Um, and so it's really tricky. It's really tricky. And I don't think there's an easy way. And for me, Krellin says, best estimate for Twitch's costs I can find is somewhere between 1.5 and 2 billion, including streamer payouts. So it seems if they aren't profitable, they're nearly so. Night Angel says, some people aren't capable of representing other genders as fully nuanced people. That's when there's a problem. Yes. 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 That's the thing, right? Right. Like if you play the other gender and you're doing it in a way that's just a gross stereotype, then probably it's no good. You know what I mean? If you don't actually, if you don't understand that people of different genders are also human beings, then maybe that's not the best thing for you to play, right? That would be a thing. Wizard says, there's also always the aspect of who do you screw up in front of? Because if I, as a German man, play a Korean woman, I know I won't get everything right. But if the people who see my fuck ups are the private table and they're people I can trust to call me out in private, that's one thing. A stream audience, that's different. That's also true. Like, do you want to do this on stream or not? And Icepany says, it can take years until the cash flow is financing income. And so the thing about Wizard Styles, I'm going to say this, and this is like what I'm going to say is a contradiction, because life is a contradiction, right? Like it is also, yeah, it's a contradiction, right? Carlin says, oh yeah, absolutely agree that you can and should take more risks in being offensive at a private table than you can in front of a camera. Absolutely. Yes. VO says, I've totally touched on topics in my PCs that I don't experience in real life that other places at the table have, but I didn't bring that up in session 0, whether they were comfortable with me. But I did bring it up in session 0 if they're comfortable in doing so. Absolutely, yeah. Sometimes you got to take the risk before you can get it right. That's true. And so the question is, what kind of risk are you taking? And I think, and here's the thing, a lot of, not everybody, which is some of the dangers with online is that not everybody acts in good faith. I find in a person-to-person context or a private context, people generally speaking give people the benefit of the doubt and are, if you are trying, you know what I mean? Like people tend to know and tend to sort of take that into account. Online is different because there are also people who are in different spaces. But I think one of the big contradictions is that race does and doesn't matter. Gender does and doesn't matter. Sexuality does and doesn't matter, right? It is both of these things. I think about, for example, there's a phrase that I like and don't like, and it is love is love, right? So talking about queer people, people will say, but love is love. Queer people are exactly the same as straight people. They just like love is love. And on one hand, it is true that love is love. Sure, that's true. That if you can understand love, then you should be able to understand, like, you know what I mean? Like, love is love, right? That's, yes. But also, some people's love got them arrested, and then that means it is different, right? And so I think it's about being able to recognize, what is happening with my phone? Oh, nothing. So it's about being able to recognize that people who are different are still human beings, but their different experiences mean that they might have that there are differences, right? So, um, VO says, I portrayed characters in private games that I wouldn't feel comfortable doing so in a stream game. For me, one of the things is that I have been in games where there has been non consensual sex, either in somebody's backstory or thematized in various ways, and the table was full of mature people who specifically wanted to do that and explore that, and I just wouldn't feel comfortable doing that on a stream. Um, but that is certainly a thing, right? That would happen. That has happened in private games. Um, on the other hand, sometimes the love that got them arrested was straight, but multiracial. Absolutely, absolutely, and that's another thing too, right? Um, and I think that it is like a combination of knowing that, okay, I don't know if you've ever heard that phrase. Uh, who knows what women want? Women are so mysterious. Who knows what they want? That is messed up. Women are people. They're not mysterious. They're people. Also, if you want to know what they want, you could ask them, right? So treating women like they're some kind of mysterious aliens, they're from Venus or something, is bad. And if you think of women as not exactly humans, either as goddesses or whatever you think of them as, that's not going to be great. And the way you play women is not going to be good because you don't actually see them as human beings, right? Like that's no good. On the other hand, if you just treat them like men, but with lipstick, that is also not great because women have had different experiences in the world. On the other hand, if you're playing in a fantasy setting where there is no discrimination against women at all, then those differences are going to be less, right? So it depends, like, what is the setting that you're in? Um, what what is going on, right? So, uh, yeah. Who knows what we want? I don't know. Dude, if you tried asking them, yes, right? Brain share, Krellin. Mysterious equals complex. I can't be bothered to understand. Yes. Vio says, I mean, women are complex, but that's not because they're women. That's because they're nuanced human beings. Absolutely. And I was thinking about, for example, um, little things, right? So um, let me see if I can get an example. When I was in the military, and believe them when they tell you, absolutely, Night Angel. When I was in the military, there were a lot of women in the military, and many of them were amazing soldiers. But they had to deal with something that men in the military didn't have to deal with. And that was that a lot of men in the military didn't think that women could be good soldiers, but also wanted to date them, right? So the women I knew in the military had to deal with, and they all dealt with it differently because not all women are the same. Many women are different and they don't have the same experiences based on class, region, uh, sexuality, all sorts of different stuff, right? Religion, all sorts of things. So there's this ideal woman who is not a soldier, and that ideal woman is often what these guys wanted to date. But that ideal woman is not the ideal colleague. So women had to deal with this like pressure on the one hand to be good soldiers, but people don't think they can. But if they attain good soldierhood, A, that could get them kicked out of the military for being queer, even if they weren't. It could get them treated poorly. They might get respect on some level, but then they might be disrespected. Like it's just like this complicated thing that they have to negotiate, which means that they have a different situation than like male soldiers. So treating a woman soldier in the US or Russian or any military, let's say in the 1980s, as exactly the same isn't fair to the experience of having to deal with institutionalized sexism. That doesn't mean that all women are soft or all women are hard or whatever. Like, I mean, gosh, there are all sorts of different ways in which women are because women are human beings, and that means they're complex and nuanced. But women soldiers and men and male soldiers don't actually or have the same experience if you're doing like a historical game and treat them like human beings, and human beings are all human beings, right, with inner lives and all of that, but also recognize that they might have different struggles than other people. Like, for example, if you were a woman when I was in and you were very small, like you were like, 5 foot, that sort of thing, it might be very difficult for you to get a uniform that fits you, right? Boots, right? Like you'd have to get them special ordered, right? So all of a sudden you might not be able to get your uniform. Like I knew somebody who was super tiny, and when we all went to get our uniforms, she couldn't get one because didn't have anybody in her anything in her size. She had to wait. So all of us were in uniform, and she was still in our civilian clothes for like another couple days until they could actually get something that would fit her. Um, just all these sort of like different sorts of things. Or, for example, another example would be that the physical fitness test that we take in the military is geared toward male bodies, um, certain types of bodies, and not other types of bodies. And so, like, because in the army we would do the uh, push-ups, sit-ups, and the 2 mile run. Um, uh, Boudet says, hey, yes, gender being a social construct is both not real and very real, but varies widely from society to society. Yes, from society to society, from time, like class, like all sorts of things. And that's important. Hey, welcome in, Boudet. But is that not what people like Alice Schwarzer want? She's a creepy person to me. I don't think I know her. Yes, sparkling misogyny. Oh, yeah. This conversation reminds me of an NPC I made who's an autistic female cop. Ooh, that sounds really interesting. That's tough. That's tough. Um, and I think about the ways in which, for example, women who were officers had different expectations than women who were enlisted, because enlisted people would tend to be working class, whereas officers tend to be middle and upper class, and so there are different gendered expectations based on class. Women who were like rural had different gendered expectations than women who were urban, and they all had to sort of manage these things slightly differently. And that's just a thing to note, right? So having, I think, with any kind of identity, gender, sexuality, um, physical, mental disability, uh, size, anything, having some kind of awareness that whoever you're talking about is a human being with all the complexity of a human being, but also may have different experiences that then lead them to having um, different reactions to things, right? To be able to do that, which is about humanization and empathy, that's good. And if you can do that, I'm going to be pretty happy. I'm like, if you can do that, I will let you play basically whatever you want at my table if I know that you can do that. If you cannot do that, I'm not going to let you play whatever you want at the table. Do you know what I mean? Like that's kind of really where it comes down to. Alice Schwarzer is a whole mess and has always had a very restrictive view of feminism and what feminism can be. Well, I do not know from my experience, but would speculate that the definition of a good soldier is complex and role skill dependent. Yes, and also country dependent. Um, oh yeah, the top German so-called feminist, and you did was she involved in Emma? Uh, wasn't she convicted of tax fraud? Ooh, I see Trooper isn't playing the game. I am though. I am. We're totally gonna do it. I'm totally gonna do it. Oh yeah, I was gonna say about the physical fitness test. Yes, I wanted to finish this. This is really important. So in the army, you do the push-ups, sit-ups, 2 mile run. In the Marine Corps, they also have pull-ups. And I want to talk about pull-ups for a moment because this is really interesting. So a lot of women at base cannot do a lot of pull-ups. And there are a lot of reasons why this is the case. Da-da. And so women don't do pull-ups in the Marine Corps. At least when I was in, they would do the arm hang, the straight arm hang. They would like grab the pull-up bar and they'd hang to see how long they can hang for. And a lot of dudes be like, "Oh, women are weak. They're not strong. They can't do it. They're just so weak, blah blah blah, because they can't do it, blah 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 blah," right, like that. And but here's what's really interesting: men, on average, the average dude was not as good at the straight arm hang as women were. Average women, on average, um, women on average have more muscle endurance, better leg strength, and better core strength. Um, and men have better on average upper body strength, um, right? And sort of like, so if the Marine Corps had the straight arm hang as one of the tests to see if you were a good soldier and if you were fit, women would do better than men would, right? But the tests we use to show what makes you a good soldier are things that have been geared towards some bodies and not other bodies. That doesn't mean that men are stronger than women. It means that the tests that we are using favor some physiology over other physiology. And we could do different tests, but we don't, right? So there are all these things that if you're going to play a character who might be different, that it would be useful and good to ponder. Like, what does it mean to be a poor person who um, has not, growing up, didn't know if they were going to get food all the time? how does that impact what you think about things and how you live your life? And maybe recognize that a person who has not grown up with a lot of money and a person who's grown up with a lot of money might have different attitudes and reactions to things. And that is the kind of ways in which money does make a difference. But they're both still human beings, right? So it's that kind of way in which I think that it's just important to be able to say, in what ways are people complex, nuanced beings, and in what ways are the differences that how society treats them differentially, how does that then impact them, right? And if you can do that, I feel like um, you'll be in a better spot, right, to actually play different kinds of characters. That's all. Oh yeah, okay. She did Emma. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, I know who we're talking about. Uh, German journalist and first published Emma in '77. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember Emma magazine. What time are you planning to wrap up? I should not go later than 9:30 because I've got a thing at 10. Yes. Only weak when someone gives a punch in the face. Which is kind of weird because most of the soldiering probably taxes endurance more than strength. Yes. And also, it's 2021, and you don't need a lot of upper body strength to pull the trigger on an M16 or a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's like a lot of ways in which we like. There are a lot of countries where people are not super big, beefy, like upper body strength people, and their soldiers are totally fine. And so we have other things going on that have nothing to do with soldiering, but having to do with like weird attitudes and ideas about what manliness is, right? Um, so I tend not to play a character unless I can get an in into their head, so to speak. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Hawkeye says you're not pulling cannons around anymore. No, and I was thinking actually about Unstable Dio says you don't need much upper body strength for punching in martial arts. Nope. And like the North Vietnamese special forces were kick ass, and many of them had women in them. You know what I mean? Like it's mm. Operating a drone probably taxes very little. Yes, which is why Vanna, the cop I mentioned, was such an interesting NPC to play. Oh, so see, that's good. That's good. And I was also thinking about something that and Hawkeye would know this. Anybody who's been in the military, who's thoughtful, will know this. Do you know what happens a lot in the military? A lot of men in the military end up getting back and knee problems because they will not ask for help. There are a number of things in the military that are designated two-person lifts, that one person should not lift this, two people should lift this. But because of this particular idea of masculinity as being like super beefy and burly, people will try to lift things that they should not be lifting by themselves, and then they will injure themselves, right? So there are just a lot of people, because of toxic masculinity and these ideas that being a good soldier means you're super buff, which really, that's just not even necessary for most of what you have to do. Um, doesn't like it's you end up hurting yourself. Do you know what I mean? And that's not you should just ask somebody for help and just done a two-person lift, and then you would have been fine. But there's ways in which, right, these things all pressure each other. I covered this in manual handling training. Mm. Uh, yes, you have to change your trigger finger, not your arms, right? The topic of manliness makes me feel uncomfortable because I don't tend to understand gender norms. Well, gender norms fit. They're dependent, right, on class, race, country, etc., etc. Um, Although Grinny, I bet you know them. You may not understand them, but I bet you know them because we see them all the time in the media. By the way, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just pull up the Long Dark. We're going to keep talking, but I'm just going to pull it up so that we at least are looking at it. Um, I'm drinking kefir, which I think is delicious. Why can't girls be strong boys? Well, many girls are stronger than many boys. And also, how are we measuring strength? Right? Like, how do we measure strength? Are we measuring it by leg strength? Because, like, again, this is all about, like, none of these things are objectively true. They're just about, like, what society has decided for various reasons that we need to ponder. Like, why is it doing that? Um, Hawkeye says, like growing up watching guys from the city working the hayfields and not using their legs. They would have spaghetti arms by 10 a.m. Right. Absolutely. Because many of these things are trained. Oh, I want to tell you all a story. I love it. Vio says, because I did warehousing, I know the difference between I can lift this by myself and I should lift this by myself. Yes, yes, those are not the same thing. Not the same thing. Boudet says, and averages which are generally based on biased demographics. Absolutely. And we also then just sort of erase. Yes, I mean, the average thing is like so ridiculous. It really is. So I wanted to tell you because I think this is super interesting. We're gonna just do this, so that we're technically playing the game because you know, you know how it is. Technically, we're playing the game. Um, they can, although the natural hormonal balances do affect rate of muscle gain, says Untable. And of course, it also depends on what we are deciding strength is. You know, are we deciding strength as X or Y? And the strength is not objective. Like if we're deciding what strength is based on how long you can do a straight arm hang, well then women are stronger than men, right? So what are we doing? What are we doing is the question, and we have to ponder that a little bit. Let's we by the way, right now we've got all the radio parts that we need, and we need just to bring them back to this guy Jeremiah. So we need to go from here all the way back over this way and not be killed by a bear. I also am concerned that we don't have enough, you know, bandages, and these are things that worry me. And also, we have lost gloves, and yeah, we just don't. Yeah, we are not in the best way because we've been mauled by a bear quite a lot. So we're gonna just do our best, you know? Oh, I totally know them, but I always find myself saying, right, okay, this is a thing, but it makes no sense to me. Oh, sure. But the thing about gender norms, or actually any kind of norms, is that you tend to be punished if you don't follow them. So then, like when you get trained, you tend to be trained them very, very young, so they become naturalized, so that people think that they are normal, and then if you don't do them, you're abnormal, and you're often punished. And this happens from the time you're so young that it becomes second nature, and you don't realize that you're performing something. You think that what you're doing is just how it is, but it's not how it is. It's how we've been taught to be. And that is hard. You know what I mean? Like that's a hard thing to. First off, this is beautiful. Look at the skyline. I'm loving this. It is gorgeous. Vio says, I'm so glad I was in Scouts at exactly the time they let girls start to join. Ooh, interesting. Because it broke so many perceived notions about girls versus boys. Mm-hmm. Hawkeye says, the biggest wake up moment for me in boys versus girls stuff, having a daughter. Yeah. Yeah. Did you know that. Can I get this way? Can I go this way? I think I might be able to. By the way, I just feel like. Look, I know I'm not supposed to, but I want to climb this way. I don't think I should because I think I'll die. Let's save. But I want to know what happens if we climb that way. Like, what if we find something very cool? I do not think we are supposed to, and I think it's a bad idea, but I want to go this way because I just want to see what's there. Um, yes. So much to see when you aren't wandering around the dark. I know, but sometimes you just look at this, everybody. Look at this view. What's over there? Hey, what's over there? Do you see that? Hey, what's happening over there? Do you see a fire? No, that's just an empty train yard. Ah, it's beautiful though. No, no, I do not want there to be a bear up here. I just want to see what's. Hey, there's a campfire up here. Is this my. I don't think this is my campfire. Hey, somebody was up here.
Is it food or?
Hey, I got a granola bar. This is good. And there's a campfire. I would just hang out here. This is so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, everybody. Look at the clouds going. This is really, really gorgeous. And there's no bear here at all. It's just pleasant niceness, right? Um, when I was younger, I told my mother that she wasn't my real mom, but that was an alien sent to Earth to study the human race before the alien onslaught happened. I am not normal. Right? And they did. They left us a granola bar. That was so nice of them. I also suspect I probably should not try to get down this way. So I won't. Just sharing that this is not the way we're going to get down. We're going to go back around. Oh, yeah. One of my favorite things to do with NPCs is show my players the public face the NPC presents in their everyday life and then peel that back to interact with them more. I love doing that. Oh yeah, because people are nuanced and they have variety to them, and that's good. And I feel like that's one of the best things about an RPG is you can make people human and complex, and you can gain empathy, and that's something I think is really amazing. I mean, of course, not everybody always does that, but um, I think that's a good thing about it, is that you can learn empathy for people who are not you, and I think that's a valuable thing to do. And I hope that that's something that, like, that's a thing that I like about RPGs, and I would not like people. It would make me sad if people did not feel like they could do that. You know, I feel like that's a good thing. Yes, what I wanted to tell you was, so part of my research is about how we gender the voice, and that was the third radio tower, Rissa. So we are done with the radio parts. Now we're just going back. We have to go find Jeremiah and get him these radio parts without, hopefully, without being murdered by bears. So that would be my goal, is to not be murdered by bears on the way back. This is the goal. So anyway, uh, part of my research is about how we gender the voice, and how people sound male or female or androgynous, but also how we race the voice, how people sound black or white or whatever, and class that, like, it's about the voice and how we understand identity through the voice, which is a trip, right? It's a trip. Bude says, my current Pathfinder PC has this very over-the-top personality, but I've been giving the party glimpses into that being a facade. Flashbacks, overheard conversations and things, because the best part of Secrets is getting... Yes, the best part of Secrets is getting them out. And it's always sad when you can't get your secrets out. We should probably not walk this way. We should probably try to walk this way and see if we can not have to cross this river of badness as we do. Bunnies are going to murder you. Okay, question about the game. Is there an actual point to the game, or is it a survive as long as you can game? It depends on the mode. There is the survival mode, which is just survive as long as you can. But I'm in Wintermute, which is there's a story. At the moment, we are... You know what? I wonder if I can cross this without falling into that water and dying. Let's see. We'll try to be careful about it. So we are this guy named Mackenzie, whose estranged wife showed up and was like, hey, take me in your plane to take this medicine to some people. And you're like, estranged couple, problems. And like, that's the opening of the thing. And then like your plane crashes because there's like a EMP surge, some kind of weird thing happens. And right now we are trying to survive, but also trying to find our estranged wife. So there is a story mode, and also it feels like it's getting kind of dark. Choices. We made choices, everyone. I want to go that way.
Dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
Yes, I know. Maybe be a little bit less that way about things, and we'll find you a place to stay. So, yes, and so right now we're trying to find our estranged wife, while also surviving. And they just came out with Chapter 4 of the story mode. We're in Chapter 2, I think, at the moment. So we are... I just am very concerned, everybody. But yes, so we're in Chapter 2. Oh, you know what? We could stay here. This seems like a safe place, right? I feel like nobody's going to murder us if we stay right here. We just need to be in the windbreak. We were in one. I lost the windbreak, but we'll find one, and then we'll go to sleep soon. But I feel like we still have a little bit of time before we have to go to sleep. I feel like we'll be okay. Here we go. Let's see. Is there, for example, one of my players tried to get an NPC in real trouble by trying to fool Vanna into pinning a drug offense on them, thinking that Vanna, being obviously autistic, means she'd easily have the wool pulled over her eyes. Of course, Vanna was far too streetwise for that and saw right through her and straight up called her out, which responded at the table as a real, oh dang moment. Yeah, that sounds amazing, right? Because this is her job, right? She's a cop. It's her job, which means she must be good at it. That's the revenge of the buns for all the bunnies that died because... Oh, those bunnies, they were tasty. The game's a little quiet. I can bring it up for you. Well, we'll have to see if I can bring it up for you at the moment. I have to find a... Let me find a shelter, and then we'll do it. Oh, I was saying, look, we're looking for a place right around here. I feel like there's probably a windbreak around here somewhere. It just feels like we are in... Is it beginning to snow? Okay, there's a windbreak right here, but also this looks like there could maybe be a cave. We're going to just go forward a little bit and see if there's something interesting there. If there is, we'll stay there. Otherwise, we'll come right back where we were. And we'll make a place to stay. Because I feel like we should probably, like, right here looks good, right? Oh, apparently not. Oh, no, we are. We're good. Okay. Yes. So I'm going to, we're going to save. How badly are you as far as being too heavy? Grinny, I feel like that's not a question you really want to ask. I mean, do you really want to know? I feel like you don't. Like, I feel like, I'm fine. I mean, am I carrying a lot of things? Maybe. And that's not going to change my... Let's do that. And oh, hey, fuel. Fire. Okay, we'll do that. Oh, Maggie says, tell Maggie hi. Theo says, that's exactly it, Trooper. She was constantly underestimated by her superiors at every step of the way. She had to have an edge just to stay standing. Absolutely. I want to keep the bear in it. Ooh, and, okay, look, we're in. This is great. Let's add some fuel to this fire. I've got some fur. We'll give ourselves some 5 hours worth of fuel, which is great. We will maybe figure out some food. Oh, you know what we're going to do? This will be great. We're going to eat this fresh wolf meat because we're a little bit hungry. It didn't help us that much. We don't have a lot of food. Let's eat. Oh, I'm a little bit worried about our food. But, how much water do we have, y'all? We have a lot of water. So let's make some tea. Let's make some herbal tea. And once we make some herbal tea, we'll drink it and then we'll go to sleep and like everything's great and our life will be awesome. And we will also, while we're here, cook some more herbal tea for later. Yeah. Oh no, we'll make coffee. We'll make some coffee. Also, I just heard that. Thank you, Atomika. Speaking of which, I have got some singing to do. Prex, I did not forget about your song. And also, Atomika, also your song. Until you're carrying a tactical nuke, you're not carrying too much. That is also fair. I mean, I did ask so clearly. I want to know things. This is fair. Yeah. Look at this. I feel like, and we're gonna put out our what do you call it? Our bedroll, and it's gonna be awesome. And we're gonna just sleep by this fire. Oops, I think I did this wrong. Oops, where'd you go? Give me a second. Bedroll. Look at this. Just have to, oh, look at that. See how nice this is? And we're gonna drink this herbal tea.
Name game.
And look, oh, Lone Coup, thank you very much. Let me pick this up. I've got a, and let's just, take it, and take this, and we're gonna go to sleep. And we're gonna sleep for 8 hours. And everything is going to be great. And then we're going to sing all the time. Y'all, I've been singing so many things in my mind all over the place, and I'm going to tell you the things in a second. Why is it still dark out? Here. Also, I want to turn up the volume on the game. So, let me do this. Pow. And then turn up the volume a little bit on the game. and then we're gonna sing. That's what's gonna happen right now. We're gonna sing, and I feel like it's time to sing,
Name game.
and I feel like we haven't sung enough, and this is gonna be our life. It's gonna be our singing life right now because y'all are awesome. So, let me drink some water because I had some dairy, and dairy coats your throat, so it's not the best for singing, but it's also kefir, so it's delicious. So why wouldn't I want it? So, everyone. The name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. More an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can rhyme. Praxagorthosmophoria, 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 Bobaxagorthosmophoria, banana, phenophylaxagorthosmophoria, fee, fi, momaxagorthosmophoria. Praxagorthosmophoria. Lonku, bobonku, banana, fana, fofonku, fee, fi, momonku. Lonku. Svenvolf, bobenvolf, banana, fana, fofenvolf, fee, fi, momenvolf. Svenvolf. Night angel, bobite angel, banana, fana, fofite angel, fee, fi, momite angel. Night angel, Trex Tryon, Bobex Tryon, banana, fana, fofex Tryon, fee, fi, momex Tryon. Trex Tryon, Faldrianth, Bobaldrianth, banana, fana, fofaldrianth, fee, fi, momaldrianth. Valdrianth, the name game.
Name game.
Woo! Yay! Yay, I'm so excited. So excited. Grinny, I have answers about your tattoos, but I have one more thing to sing. Unholy Ghostbuster, I love it. Does this mean that you sing bad when you... Yeah, drinking, having dairy of any sort is not good for you when you're singing. You should avoid dairy before you sing. Yes, first they taught us in swing choir in high school is never drink milk before singing. Don't do it. I was in a musical, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, when I was a kid, and for opening night they got us all this chocolate, and then they said, we were kids, you can't eat it until after the show. It was a musical. And so we had all this chocolate waiting backstage where you couldn't eat it until after the show was over. Oh! And that was very, very frustrating. But yeah, you should not be drinking dairy before you sing. It's not good for you. Cheese is dairy, so no dairy before you sing. It's Coach. It's not bad for your throat, but it makes your singing not as good. It doesn't harm your throat, but it coats it so you're not gonna be able to sing as well. So no dairy before singing. But also, Atomica cheered some bits. And Atomica cheered those bits because Atomica loves me, and Atomica wants to give me an excuse to sing We're in the Money as sung by Ginger Rogers in the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means singing it in Pig Latin, which, of course, is what I'm going to do right now. Irway and hey, the anime. Irway and hey, the anime. Iway at gale at way of way at way at way exute at gale young way. Irway and hey, the anime. E they ice skates are on say. Only and the ideation pray who are a who gray was down way hungry. E we ever need red leonsley, of way at Briansley, ute day. And when we see the Anlior will look like the eye right in the eye. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. I love that. It is a thing that makes me happy. Y'all, I've had thoughts. I had an idea. It's about Kolos. I'm very excited about it. Um, Hawkeye says same thing with Soda Pop because of the serpent. Yep. So you don't want to get all flimmy. We're not. It's not. We're in the money. It's Earwig in Hey the anime. I love it. Look, you know, Ginger Rogers, before she was like Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, and of that fame, she was like a big vaudevillian, and she would sing in Pig Latin. That's one of the things she would do on the vaudeville stage. She'd like take popular songs of the day and then sing them in Pig Latin because she was like super good at Pig Latin. And if only I could be as good at Pig Latin as she is. Really, I'm not nearly as good as she is. She just invented all those things. And as a matter of fact, she um, what happened was that she was in the movie Gold Digger 33, right? And they were going to film the big sequence, the We're in the Money sequence, uh, choreographed by Busby Berkeley. And the Pig Latin was not in it. It was not written to be in it at all. It was just, it wasn't supposed to be there. But she was like joking around, like in between takes, and like she was like, oh, okay, this is the song. So she started like singing it in Pig Latin. And the director was like, oh my gosh, we'll put it in the film. And then they did because she was amazing. Hmm. Grinny asks, every vaudeville performer had a gimmick. Absolutely. Grinny asks, so I know you have a tattoo on your ear, uh, here, but what is the tattoo on your arm? The tattoo on my arm is the Eye of Horus. It is also my eye because I have, like, you can't see it as well here, but like my eyebrow does like a little stand up thing. And so, like, my little eyebrow always, when I was a kid, it was much more extreme. Like, my eyebrow would, because I have a little bit, I don't know if you can see it, I have a little bit of a, can you see it? Yeah, like my eyebrow has tamed itself as I got older. But it used to have like a really strong little curl to it right there in the middle of my eyebrow. You can see. And so that's my eyebrow. And I also drew this. So it's the Eye of Horus, but it's a realistic eye because I love eyes. I draw them all the time. But it's also the left eye, which is not only the eye where I have my exciting eyebrow, but the left eye is the moon, and I'm a Cancer, which is ruled by the moon. So it's like protection and like wisdom, and it's got all that goodness in there. So that's the Eye of Horus. And I need a new tattoo. I need a new tattoo. That's what I need. I'm letting you know it. I need it. Um, you too can be good at Pig Latin. All you have to do is break all the rules, just like Ginger. Well, actually, she only broke rules a little bit. She did break. She did like Earway in Hey the anime the. She didn't actually Pig Latin the Earway in Hey. We're in Earway in Hey. We're in the. She didn't Pig Latin that one. Anime money, right? Earway in Hey the anime. So she's not Pig Latining the. So that's a little bit of break of the rules. We've got a lot of what it, that's all Pig Latin. Um Eve atke ele atwe of way utwe it way exte ute it gay eleangweo, right? So that's good. Along Eweangleo, right? Earway in Hey the anime, e the I skays or ani say the R, that one, right? Earway in Hey the I, yeah, Earway R. Yeah, so she cheats a little bit here and there, but like she's still so good. So good. Granny says, dude, I draw eyes all the time. I love drawing eyes. It's my thing. I mean, I'm not going to steal eyes and put them in a jar because that's for you. I don't want to take your eyes, but I love eyes. I draw them all the time. Is Nutella okay with saying? No. Nutella is also dairy. There's dairy in Nutella. None of that. None of that. Reminds me of the comedian that can sing any Beatles song one syllable out of sync. Oh, I want to see that. Vo, I want to see it. Mm-hmm. I love the way the shot of her singing the Pig Latin starts out of focus and tightens up, and it gets all intense on her face. Y'all should go find it on YouTube. Ginger Rogers, Pig Latin. It's kind of freaky actually, because it gets super tight in her face, and they've got the big Klieg lights, so her eyes are all weirdly shiny, and like she's singing it, and like it's just super intense. It's the best. I recommend it. I I recommend it. It is so good. It is a good thing. You should not be having like have water, have some tea, maybe with some lemon, before you sing. Get yourself all warmed up. But like, don't have sweets. Like, don't have sugar or dairy before you sing. That's not like the best thing ever. It's not the best. Yeah, ice bunny for real. Like, you don't want to coat your throat with like sugar or dairy, any of that stuff. So yeah, no, no Nutella, no Nutella, no soda, no candy, no uh, milk or dairy, cheese, none of that, because it'll make you sing less well. You probably should also not be smoking before you sleep. Like that's a bad idea too. Let's sleep for another 2 hours. Yeah, no PB&J sandwiches. Like all none of that is good. All that is badness. Okay, is it daytime? Not exactly. It's not exactly daytime, but we can. I feel like we can probably get away with sort of going wandering around now. And let's just drink all of that water. Yes. If you just don't ever do anything, nothing bad can ever happen to you. I'll go with lava. Oh, I'm kind of low on water, so next time, don't let me forget that I should, you know, that I should get some water. Okay, look at that. And also, check it out. Um, I'm carrying less stuff now than I was before, so it's great. I it is cold, however, and there's a bad wind. That's a lot of sad to say. Well, no, I mean the thing is you can just have all that stuff after you finish singing. Like you just have to not do it a couple like right before you sing. Like you can do it a couple hours earlier. It's not like forever. It's just not right then.
Through another night.
You did. It it is time to gather more stuff. Like I'm out of firewood. I could use more firewood. If I have to build a fire, it won't be as great. So, I feel like we definitely could use more firewood. Uh, Nightbot, uh, oh, Vo, you may or may not be able to post a link. It depends on whether or not you're a regular. If you're a regular, then yes. If not, then no. But if you're not a regular, we can make you a regular. So, yes. So basically, post it, and if it doesn't like it, we'll take care of it anyway. Oh, also, Vio, you should put it uh, um, in chat, in Discord. Put it in Discord so that I can see it when I'm off of stream. Because then, I can read it. Yes. Also, by the way, we're getting food right now. And a lot of cat tail heads, which... Why is this music happening? Why is this music happening? I'm suspicious of all this, actually. Oh, okay. Thank you for that repost. Thank you for that repost, Krellin. Nightbot's a little exciting. If Rissa, will you regular VO if you don't mind? That would be lovely. Also, there's some more cat tails over there that I'm gonna pick them up. Just so you know. Y'all are so funny. Yes, thank you for that. I cannot. Yes. All right. So. When people are born, thank you. When people are born, people do not have differences in their vocal mechanisms until puberty hits, and voice boxes change and whatnot, and so those puberty hits later. But people can tell if a child is a boy or a girl by just their voice starting about the age of 3. But the thing is, there's no physiological reason why they should be able to do so. Because physiologically, there's no difference in people's voices until puberty. So why can people tell if someone's a girl or a boy when they're 3? Because we teach them how to speak. Right? We teach them how to speak, and we teach them in gendered ways. And so, okay, hello, here we go. Great. So, people are taught to speak in a boy way or a girl way really, really young. And at that point, they don't even realize that they're being taught to speak that way. They just think it's natural. So um, we've all been taught gendered ways of being, and we think it's just normal and natural, but it's not normal and natural. It's taught. But we're taught so young and so consistently and so constantly that we don't even realize it. Also, it is super cold, and I feel like I probably don't have great clothing on at the moment. So yeah. Um, Starting to work. Do not even apologize. Do not even apologize at all. Okay, I
Name
feel like
game.
the name game. Come on, everybody.
My head feel thick.
What is going wrong? What is wrong with you? Sorry, he's complaining. He's a whiner. I wanted to sing the name game, but some people are like, "Oh, I'm so cold. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna complain about it." I just would like to sort of register that some people are whiners, and I'm gonna get them. Like, it'll be fine. I'll just find. Ooh, he's losing a lot of heat real fast. We're gonna just find a little bit of a place where the. Oh, wow. Do you all notice this? Do you notice how? Yeah, temperature's dropping real fast, everybody. Okay. Hey, bad. We're gonna sing now rather than thinking about what's happening right now in that space. The name game. Come on, everybody. I say now, let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Atomica, Atomica, banana, fana, Atomica, fee, fi, mo, Atomica. Atomica. The name game. Oh, Gritty, you going? Oh, okay. I will talk to you later, Gritty. It was lovely chatting with you. Yeah. Every time Mackenzie complains, we're just gonna pick up more stuff. That's it. That's what we're doing. Because I feel like he's like a cat, and oh, Jar Jar Jinx, Jar Jar Jinx. Ooh, name game. Thank you for that sub, Jar Jar Jinx. That's very exciting. And so, the name game. Come on, everybody. I say now, let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. It's a new one. Jar Jar Jinx. Jar Jar Jinx, Bo Bar Jar Jinx, banana, fana, fo far Jar Jinx, fee, fi, mo, mar Jar Jinx. Jar Jar Jinx, the name game. I love that. Thank you, Jar Jar Jinx. Thank you for that Prime subscription. That is so exciting. I'm so excited. I love the name game tune. It's such a good song. I love that song. That's by Shirley Ellis, and I think she also did she did the Nitty Gritty. She did a couple other songs. She's really good. Almost 2 years of subs. That feels like such a long time ago, yet the concept of pre-trooper seems like such an odd idea. What would it be like pre-trooper for me even? I don't even know. Boo-Day! Boo-Day. Boo-Day RPG, I have to tell you something. You get the special verse because your name starts with B, and I'm very, very excited. Just stop by to sub. Oh, have a good dinner. Have a good dinner. I hope you have something really delicious. And also, while I'm singing the name game with the special verse for Boo-Day RPG, tell me where you're going for dinner. The name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both, then say the name. Like Bob, Bob drop the B's, Bo, or Fred, Fred drop the F's, fo, red, or Mary, Mary drop the M's, mo, airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. Boudet, 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 bo, ude, banana, fana, fo, fude, fee, fa, mo, mude. Boudet, the name game. Eee! I'm so excited. Oh. I have a big jar that I put smaller jars in. I call it my jar jar. And when I shake it, it clinks. I love that. Also, Bude RPG. Yay. Look, who does not love the extra special verse? This is what I'm saying. It's our life is extra special verse day. This is what I'm saying. Also, y'all, can I tell you something? I was a little salty this morning because I was like, man, I wish people had more perspective about Twitch and Twitter. And it was making me a little blue because people, don't always perspective. And y'all make me feel so much better. Also make me feel better is an excuse to sing We're in the Money by Ginger Rogers, i.e. in Pig Latin, from the film Gold Diggers of 1933, all thanks to one of our wonderful mods. Ooh, don't let me forget, I have an idea about Kolos. I have an idea. It's going to be extravagant, but I have an idea. Don't let me forget, and I'll tell you. Rissa. So, Rissa, thank you for those bits. And in thanks. Irway and hey, the anime. Irway and hey, the anime. Iway at gale at way of way at way at way exti uti at gale young way. Irway and hey, the anime. Either I skays or ani say. Old man did the ocean pray, ooh, yare, ooh, the US day and way young ray. E every eat red leonsley, a wed brionsley, oot day. And when we see the end, we'll look up the eye garden the eye day. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Speaking of Pig Latin, because Krell was talking about cheating, what I think is super interesting about her, because she's so good, is that traditionally, or like normally, you just take the first letter of the word and you put it at the end and you add a. Today would be udete. But she mixes it up sometimes. Sometimes she'll do it by syllable. So she says uteede rather than udete. So she wants to give it a little bit more in the syllables there. Because I think that it gives her, I think that she likes the rhythm better. So she'll sometimes do, sometimes she'll do extra syllables in there just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. Old man and pray. She doesn't say oppression day, and pray, right? So she actually adds a little bit in there, a little extra. So that's kind of fun. I just wish I could chat with her about her Pig Latin. That would be so cool. Rissa says, I'm giving up on work for the evening. 90 minutes of overtime is enough. And all the apps I use for it are whinier than McKinsey, so it's clearly a sign. Well, I mean, McKinsey's pretty whiny, so I think you know what I'm saying. Toss away user highlighter, grab the next one, and keep studying. Speaking of, Rissa, how's the new job? Cheats. She cheats. That's the word you're looking for. Yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny about the word cheat? I just thought about this right now, Atomica. Going back to Krellin saying that she cheats. You know what's interesting about the word cheat? Is that it kind of has two different meanings, right? I mean, we can think of like cheating being breaking the rules, right? But in theater, when we say cheat, if you cheat left or you cheat right, that means you scoot yourself a little bit left, right? So, or you cheat out. So, in theater, if I'm having a conversation, so let me see. So maybe I'll face this way. Will this be good? Yeah. Here. Hey there, megaphone. You hang out here for a second. Okay. So if I'm in theater and we're in a scene and I'm talking to somebody, and that person's here, I would, if I wanted to talk to that person, what you would do in real life, like if you're a normal human being, is you'd face them and you'd like look at them this way. But this does not look good if the audience is over here. So we always say that what you do if you're talking to somebody is you don't actually just look straight at them. What you do is you cheat out. So you just cheat a little bit so that you're more visible. Now, people don't do this in real life. So like basically, rather than actually facing them like this, we just turn a little bit out and the person also turns a little bit out. They cheat out so that we're more visible. We can be seen. And so we do a lot of our conversations to each other more like this because we're cheating our body.
Game.
And so I was thinking about the ways in which cheating can be both, no, don't come back. Cheating can both be like actually like breaking rules, but it can also be just like this little scooches. And I wonder if what she's doing is like little scooches. Like I'm pondering this. Because in the context of theater, cheating is not bad. As a matter of fact, not only is it not bad, it's good, and you should cheat. You should totally cheat out, right, or cheat to the left so that you're more visible. So I'm thinking about the ways in which we can use cheat in more than one way, and I'm just pondering that right now. That's what I'm pondering. Odia says, always talk to people looking slightly askance to the left. No, your other left. ODS, I'm going to give you the name game. Rissa says, it's challenging. So, gut schlecht? Is that a thing? I inherited a second journal from someone who left the company Friday. Oh, my life has been a zoo since Monday. I'm hoping tomorrow will be slightly quieter. Oh, I hope so too. Rissa, I have a question for you. Werewolf Feel says, the concept of talking to someone like you're keeping an invisible triangle between you. I know it well. Yes. Also, by the way, what great, yay hype train. Shaltel says, I cheat on stream by putting my camera at an angle so that when I look between my monitors, I'm still partially, yeah, me too. So like right now, I've got like two, like this one is like right here. This is like my built-in webcam, and I use that when I'm playing my Mac games. Not my games in general, but when I'm doing my RPGs, I've got a camera that's right in between the two monitors, so I can kind of look at two monitors and still be basically looking at the camera. You know. But Odious, the name game. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I wonder if I can sing that in Pig Latin. I probably can't. I uye I can enke ik me away. I'm Ray. Outweigh of way anybody weighs aim nay. Either ersfe ederle of way either aim nay. I way each way it way I clay it way doesn't way air they. And way in the a way eBay or way B or an F, or way N way F way, or way N way M way, ill way appear way. And way in the I, and then I say I and the I they in the I way a say oh this is gonna be hard. Obey, add way a way eBay, and they in way I way a say e they aim nay. And way and they and then I say Bo add a B, then say name, and then say the name. Then I say Bo add a B, then I say the name. Anyway, in the Anna banana, Anana Bay, banana fanafo, Anana Bay Anna and Anana Bay Anna Fe, banana fana. Whoo, Anana Bay Anna Fe, Anfe Ofe. And way in the I way a say e they aim they again way ithway afe f erive aim play. And way in the I way ife ife and way a way ome. And way in the I way a say e they aim they ithway a way m way iste I'm te. And way airs they and there isn't and there Uh, am they, are they, isn't way, a they, am they, at they, ant k, I'm Ray. Odious. Odious, odious, bobodious, banana, fana, fofodious, fee, fi, momodious. Odious. E they aim nay, aim gay. Yes. Oh, I'm. One day, people. One day. Uh, Comic says, I just throw my stream together because my setup is so goddamn makeshift. Hey, oh, you know what? Hey, you know what I'm not doing right now? So sorry. I don't have my blue lights on. Blue lights! Doing it live. Hey, I'm gonna get there. Now we watch for simulating aneurysm. Hey, I've got the name game part. I feel like I'm gonna get there. One day, I will have a place to have a proper setup. Probably once I get into uni. Oh yeah, once you get to uni, probably yes. Turing tested trooper. Whew. Maybe. Just remember, folks, this has been captured for posterity and will be available from YouTube later. That's true. Whew. E they aim nay aim gay. See, the thing is, I just have to think about it more because I think what she does is actually really smart. So she does this thing that is not how people teach you how to do it, but I think it's actually really good. I think it makes it a little bit easier if you can really internalize it. So normally you just add the syllable to the end, of the consonant to the end, and then add a, unless starts with a vowel, in which case you say way. But she doesn't do that. She doesn't do the way. She takes the consonant from the word that's coming next and then adds that, which is like a level of like second level thinking. Like you have to think 2 steps in advance, and that was like, I had the hardest time transcribing what she was doing until I figured that's what she was doing. So old man depression would be in the way that you're normally taught, like in books or whatever, old way and may, oppression day. But she borrows the consonant from the next word. So rather than old way and may, she says old may and may. And I feel like actually if you can internalize and anticipate the word in advance, I think it's actually faster. I think it's a little bit smoother to say old may and may rather than old way and may. But you have to know the word that you've got coming up and get it. Do you know what I mean? Yes. Anyway, says Atomica, I just got a message that just stole 3 hours of sleep from me, so I must now go to bed 2 hours early. So oh, sure. Okay, do it. Also, y'all, I need to tell you something. We should do it. We will do it. Will we do it? Let's do it. Let's fall in love. So, oh, yes, Werewolf, don't let me forget Colas. But one of the things I did is for like the follower subscription goals was to do a stream in Pig Latin, and I did a visual novel in Pig Latin. And I think we should do it again. By the end of that, it was only a one shot, like it's only like one session, like a really short one. At the end of that short visual novel, I was like thinking in Pig Latin. And so I think we should do another Pig Latin stream after we finish The Long Dark. Once we finish The Long Dark, whenever that will be, I think we should do another Pig Latin stream. Or maybe we could do like a special one-off. I think we should do it. Yes. Okay. Werewolf asks about Colas, and I'm going to tell you now while we get back to the game. And try desperately to find a place where we can build a fire. Like, just a fire. We're gonna die. We just need a place for a fire. That's all we need. We're gonna die. But, yeah, I get it. We have a hypothermia risk. It's terrible.
Cold.
Yeah.
Just want to lay down.
No, you can't lay down. Stop being a whiner. We just need to find a windbreak. And then we'll be fine. Goodness. Maybe we'll do a one-off on a Thursday so we can do some Pig Latin because I feel like that'd be super fun. So, maybe right around here, we're gonna make a fire. It'll be fine. We're gonna do it. We're gonna make a fire. We're not gonna die. It's not gonna be the end of the world. We'll just probably have to do it right here. This is not the best place for it. Dang it. I kind of want to find time to go all Jack London here. I do need to build a fire. I just would like a windbreak. You know what I mean? If we can get to maybe those carts over those train cars over there, maybe we can find a windbreak and start a fire. Otherwise, we're just gonna. You're slowing down. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to power through. Do you know what I mean? Like we're just have to build a fire when we get there, or we'll die. That's it. That's it. There was something else I wanted to tell you all. Yes, Colas. I had a Colas idea. I was talking to Lindy, and Lindy was getting art commissioned, and she was like, "I'm going to go to commission for like one of these two characters. Which one? Frida Engel or this other character?" I was like, "Oh, for that style of art, go for the other character." And I was like, "What kind of art would I have for Frida Engel?" And I came up with an idea of what I would want for art for Frida Engel. And then I thought, for Lindy's character, then I thought, you know what? I could probably get all the characters done in that style of art. And if I did, that would be really, really, check it out, everybody. Check it out. We're going to make a fire right here. Right here. Yep. Start a fire. Let's go. Let's go. Start that fire. Do it. Do it. Also, why is it so cold? That seems super inappropriate. And if we can get the... I know. Just go. Fire. Oh, no.
Damn time.
No. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait. We're going to do it again. Okay, go. Sorry. Ooh. Just start the fire. And then I had like I thought, oh, maybe I could just actually make, maybe I should go and commission character art for all the characters. Let's do it. Yes. Okay.
Did it?
Okay. Great. Let's add fuel to this fire. We don't have okay. There was look how little... Oh, you know what we need to do? Hey, I just remembered. We need more water. We need more water. So let's do this while we're here. Let's do that. Also, let's like have some kind of warm beverage. Like a nice... let's have a nice cup of coffee, why don't we? Because that seems like it would be friendly. Who doesn't want a nice cup of coffee? Yeah. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do a nice cup of coffee. We don't have that much time. Let's see if we can really quickly find this right here, a scrub brush. We'll just break it down. It'll give us some more sticks, which we will just go and... hey, cup of coffee. Let's just drink it. Get ourselves a little bit warm. Keep us from... dying. And then we'll just add fuel to this fire. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little and we'll eat food while we're here. We'll just go and eat some of these stocks we have, and like this is okay. I feel like we're wasting a little bit of time, and I hope it doesn't get too late in the day, but for some reason it is super cold. And I don't even know why. That's a lot like my fire making. Oh, there it is. Oh, no, there isn't. Oh my gosh, right. I want to tell you so many things right now. It's actually a little wild, all the things I want to tell you. So, really brings to mind how good D&D characters are in survival situations, right? Basic cantrics like prestidigitation and shape water would be amazing. Oh my gosh. VO. I kind of want to run a game that is, that's kind of like a low-level D&D maybe game that's really about like survival and like small magic. I feel like that could be really, really cool. And it's because when people do D&D, it's like really big and like you want to get to like people will often just kind of skip the first 3 levels because it's just more exciting to be right in the later levels. But I'd be super interested in playing a very low level, very like not world ending sort of game, but like small things would be really interesting where you got to, you know what I mean? Like, I think that could be really interesting. How overloaded? Hello, how overloaded, but have nothing you want. You know how it is. I did not finish the. No, Hawkeye. I think it'd be really neat. Like, I'm less overloaded than I have been. I'm pretty proud of myself for not being that overloaded, and I have a number of things that really need to be. Um, I have a number of things that really need to be repaired, and I don't have the cloth for it, so that's a little frustrating. But we will deal with it somehow. Somehow. Um, you might have to ban Goodberry if you want to go hardcore survival. Well, do you really? Now, Krellin asked, "Do I want it run in D&D, or would I rather run it in GURPS?" I would rather run it in GURPS. For that concept, absolutely. Bude says, "I'm the oddball who prefers the dire straits of the early levels, though I've gravitated towards systems that live there lately." You know, Bude, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. What if you did an almost Robin Hood type scenario? Oh, that could be really interesting. That could be interesting. In my current game, I've abused prestidigitation so much. Is it abuse or is it awesome? That's my question. Let's pass the time till it's ready. Now I have thoughts about the OSR, but what you described sounds a lot like OSR material. I want to play... See, I would rather play it in GURPS as well, to be honest. I feel like it would work better in GURPS. Let's pass the time until that's ready. So, it's interesting about the OSR. Let me actually just take all this.
Walk with this much gear.
Or you could stop complaining. How about that? And why don't we take some torches? Because we don't have enough, actually. So we're going to just take torches. I know we're loading up on stuff, but I kind of don't care because we need the things for later. Because we don't have any fuel left in our what do you call it? We don't have any fuel in our lantern. So when it gets dark, we're going to need those torches. So we're just being practical. In the cold, you can use prestidigitation to heat a rock and have that on you. Oh, in the hot, you take a cold rock and put it in your mouth. Nice. I know. I just need more repair stuff. That's what I need. I thought about OSR and then Colas, where you have to survive, build influence, and try not to have like a village that you're connected to in some way, and you feel obligated to defend it. Just an example. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of really interesting ways in which you could go about doing something. I think it's so. Let me finish Colas, and then I'll get to OSR for a moment. Colas. So I was like, oh, if I got now, it would be expensive. What I'm thinking about, but I was thinking about, and this is what started with Frida, because Frida, I was like, oh, with Frida is like two different people, right? She's like Frida Engel, the opera singer, and she's also Madame Cobra, the crime boss. And I thought, like, it would be really good to have, like, two pictures of her, like, like two images of her, like, back to back. And then I was like, wait, no, a playing card. Like a traditional playing card where, like, you have, like, the queen or the king is, like, the two sides, the queen and king. And I thought, ooh, I could get art that's of a playing card. That would be really, really cool. And then I thought, I could get playing cards for all of the characters. Like different sides of them. That would be really, really cool. So then I was like, I need to, and then Lindy helped me try to like scope out some artists. And then I thought, wait a minute. Why just get some art of playing cards? What if I could actually get a deck of cards? If I could figure out how to get a deck of cards with custom art for all the face cards of the different characters in Colas, then I could have decks of cards, and that could be our gift. Which, and now that I'm in a place where I can actually go to the post office. So this is like the idea of a deck of cards for the Colas crew. And I am super excited about this idea. I've got to go and like basically, because I feel like drive-through cards would probably let me do it because they're print on demand, right? So I feel like, yeah, Crit Twitch, it did escalate. I sometimes escalate that way, and I sometimes escalate. I'm like, wait, I could go from here. Right, so Unstable Dio says, yes, they are. So I feel like if I could get the art, I could probably just go to drive-through cards RPG, and then I could maybe get this deck of cards made, which would be really cool. And so I have some so this is like an idea that I'm kicking about in my head, which I think could be really, really fun. I can maybe talk to Iffy about getting a card back, like for our Kolos logo could be like the card back, and I just need to get an artist to do the face cards. And there are 4 suits, 3 face cards. That's 12. So I could certainly get all of the people who've been PCs so far, right? So Jules, Tango, Sylvie, Oscar, Regina, Pritam, Frida, Josh, his character, the doctor, the engineer, right? And then also Doris and Jax. That's 10. And then I could add like Hannah and Luke, and that's 12. Right? In our last session, we spent most of the time struggling up a freezing mountainside in a blizzard. Ooh, love it. Our lizard folk barbarian was really struggling, being cold-blooded and all. My blood hunter elf was really working to keep him alive, which was an interesting RP moment. Ooh, I love that. I fashioned a cloak out of wolf pelts and sewed rocks into his armor and used prestidigitation to heat the rocks because his body doesn't produce heat. That's awesome. That's really good. Someone here I'm pretty sure has made custom tarot cards, right? So I feel like it is doable. Oh, Valtiel. Yeah, I know about drive-through cards because they would make, oh, I don't know if you know this, but, do you know the Pathfinder Adventure card game? There was the Pathfinder Adventure card game Society has these like monthly scenarios, and they tell you what the cards are, but they don't print them out. But you can go and get them printed out through drive-through cards. Also, the Vampire the Masquerade, the Eternal Struggle card game had like new cards. You get them printed through them as well. They're pretty awesome. Unstable Dios. Now you're giving me an idea for a custom tarot deck for our Amber campaign. Ooh, the effort of getting the artwork would be annoying. But Unstable Deus, here's the thing. Lindy, who's awesome, went to Fiverr. And there are artists on Fiverr who will make those cards for you. So I'm looking through a couple different artists that Lindy recommended. And if I decide, I'm looking for somebody who does the kind of art style that I want, because I don't want an anime art style. I want something that's either very classic, bicycle, or something that looks, I don't know yet what the art style I want is for the cards, but when I see it, I'll know it. And then, so I think it's doable. Unstable. Werewolf, I like how my brain is immediately thinking of VTM now. Oh, yeah, right. No! No! Come on, stop it. I didn't save. Leave me alone, bear. I'm being mauled by a bear. Skexy, that would be Winter's Tale, Shakespeare. What's happening? I'm being drugged by the bear, probably? That's bad. Killer Bears is good. Oh, okay. It's not leaving me alone. Nope. If I ever run an in-person Savage World campaign, a custom deck of cards of the PCs and major MPs would be great. Would that be fun? Okay, wait, where am I?
Where am I?
Why did this bear take me to their den? Ooh.
Holy shit. The bear, it's right there.
I'm gonna need to save. Oh, hey! We're in chapter 3!
Where the hell's that spear?
Y'all! We're in chapter 3. We're in chapter 3, everybody. We're in chapter 3. I can't save the game. Wow. Okay. It's cool. We're going to just sit here for a moment, take this in, note that we're in chapter 3, celebrate. We're in chapter 3. We have done such good progress. We're in chapter 3. But also, I'm going to just catch up on chat because we just got killed by a bear. Yeah, Werewolf, very aggressive bear. Reminds me of that video where the bear found a GoPro. Oh, or the ninja bear. Yeah, that was a good one. Can't trust Jupiter to follow stage directions, I guess. I did try. I'm not actually dead yet. Nope. It is like the Wampa Cave, but I don't have a... Well, actually, it is like the Wampa Cave because I need to get my spear, i.e. lightsaber. This mauling was scripted, I think. This feels like a scripted mauling. Yes, it's a plot mauling. The bear was just lonely. Bet you didn't know it was a story bear attack. Story bear attack. Oh, Lindy introduced me to the chicken attack song with a yodeler, which if you don't know it, you should know it, and I'm gonna find it to to let you know about it. Looked like the bear had some arrows in it. Time to make like Androcles. Yes. That was a wild ride from cards to vampires to bear to chapter 3. Right? Chapter 3 hype. The bear's a bunny spy. Are they? I feel like that bear eats bunnies. Did Mama Bear just bring you back alive to feed her fresh cubs meat? I hope not. I hope not. Shawl Tales, Chicken Attack is so good. It is so good. The Chicken Attack, y'all. Do you all know Chicken Attack? Okay. Krellin, if you're here, would you find Chicken Attack on YouTube and then post it so that people can know it, because it's really good. I love the good Chicken Attack. It's so good. That's what I want to say. Bears are omnivores and eat anything they can catch, but rabbits are probably not worth their effort. That's probably true. Let's go back to the game. Yeah, great. So, the old bear has Mackenzie in its lair. Will he put the legendary bear story to an end? I don't know. Really, it's unclear. Maybe I don't know what will happen. I didn't... oh, I've got to go back to that cabin and check on them. Okay. And I've got to go to the... Okay, so apparently I've got some... worrisome. Oh, Legend Berry. Valtiel, I see that pun of yours, and I accept it. Also, where the heck am I? Oh, hey, y'all. This bear dragged me really far away. Like, I'm really far away. This is very distressing. So I have to avoid the bear and find my spear. Okay. Could the spear be just right here? Because that would be cool. Wait, what do I have on me? The bear kept you... Oh, the bear kept me... See, the bear cares about me. So I just have my clothes on me. That's it. And I don't have gloves. A lot of my stuff has been mauled? Or I lost it? Okay, well, not great, everyone. Not great. Things are about to get grisly, says Hawkeye. Oh, the bear just casually dragged us a couple kilometers. Yep. That spine is very sus. Oh, if he starts complaining, I will have very little patience with him. All right, what do we have here? You've got the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes. So, I want to see if I can make a deck of cards for Koloss. I think that'd be super fun. That is my current, joy, really exciting idea. Okay. I'm gonna die now? Okay, this is bad. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. This bear's gonna kill me. I'm gonna die. Hello, bear. How you doing? I'm gonna die. Avoiding the bear. Yep. Okay. I don't know if avoiding the bear means it can't see me. Oh, gosh. Come on, leave me alone. Bear. Stop following me. Oh my gosh. Bear. Come on. Leave me alone. Bear, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not your friend. I am not your friend. We're not friends. Do not hang out with me. Don't be near me. Stop following me. Can I run? No. Nope. Okay, come on. Just go. Let's run. We're going to run, and we're going to see if we can... Oh, gosh. Hey, everybody. What is this? Nope. Oh, okay. Hi. So, I'm gonna die now, I think. Yeah, it is. Um, will somebody add to the death count? That was super terrifying, everybody. Um, yeah, your tweet from a couple hours ago just got auto committed on my feed. Really? I wonder which one. I had more than one. Hmm. Interesting, vote. Interesting. Mickey doesn't even have most of the usual indicators over in the corner. I know. That was terrifying. It was like, that was scary. That was scary. More death. Thank you. The molimeter goes up by 1. Uh, Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste death but once. Trooper, on the other hand, has died 17 times so far. Oh, I did have that one thread, but there was there was that one thread that I did by myself, and then I actually added some information to somebody else, so I don't know which one it is. Let's load our checkpoint. Okay, so the bear's over there. We're gonna just start moving, and we're gonna see. Oh, we're also gonna stealth. We're gonna stealth, and maybe we can. I don't like
Way too close.
any of this. I also don't know if there's like. Okay, we're gonna die. Oh, hello. Hello, bear. Why don't you leave me alone? I just want to. Nope. 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 Oh gosh. This is bad. Everybody, this is bad. Yeah, 70 deaths, that's pretty decent, right? That's pretty decent. So what I think I need to do is figure out how to get this bear to not. I need to get behind it. Ooh, do you think I can... Are there any rocks? If there were rocks, I could throw a rock maybe, and then I could distract it. That would be awesome. I don't think this bear's going to fall asleep. I think this bear's going to just try to kill me. Like in a rude way, and I clearly can't pick up anything. Hey, ooh. I do need to find the spear, but it's not in this room. So I would like to get past the bear, but to get past the bear, I need to get past the bear. Do you see that right there? Like there. This is a problem. How close can I get to this bear? Okay. Can the bear smell me? I should use the force. I just like pull the. Okay. I'm gonna see what I can do here. Oh, nope. Nope. Okay. And. Oh, nope. 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 Just let me just. I just want to go. I'm gonna stealth by you. Just stealthing. Just stealthing. If I don't look at it, do you think it'll see me? I'm not gonna take any meat. I'm just gonna go. It's all up in my face. It's all up in my face right now. Let's just. We're gonna pretend like it's not here. We're gonna do this sort of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy situation where if you can't see it, it can't see you. I wonder if it's looking at me right now. But I just feel like we're not going to look. We're gonna not look. We're gonna just pretend like it's not looking at us. Because if we don't look at it, it can't. I know, just hug the bear and then it can't see you. This is fine. This is fine. Don't like that sound. Again, not liking the sounds I'm hearing. Let's run for a little bit, just like a little bit of running. See if we can find a spear, like a magic spear and helmet. Let's see what we got. Okay, crawl. Here is a crawling space. Oh gosh. Okay, can I save? I cannot save. Wow, okay. The bug bladder bear of trawl. So the bear is in the room, which is great, but that's not where the spear is. Could I just get Let's see it on the map. Avoid the bear, find your spear. Gosh. Well, I'm in a little crawl space, right? So the bear can't get me? Where is the bear? Do you... Oh, gosh. Y'all. Y'all. Okay, where is the bear? It's right over there. You want a non-magic spear and a magic helmet, not a magic... No, that's true. Yes. I will take any spear right now. Any spear. Like, any. Also, okay, the bear doesn't seem to be around. Neither does my spear and magic helmet. Spear and magic helmet. Okay, there's a river. We're gonna go that way. But we're gonna see what's over there. Also, I have nothing, everyone. I'm super unencumbered in case... Okay, bear. Hey, look at that. There's a bear. We're gonna just go this way. We're gonna just go this way. We're going... Oh, gosh! We're gonna hear Mackenzie's screams. Okay. That was a sneak attack. Oh, we're getting mauled. Okay. Yeah, that attack snuck up on me too. Yeah, that was a surprise. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I would take some bear repellent. Just why do they make this "you are now dead" sequence take some, like, right? It could just take... Oh.
Name game.
Ooh, the name game. Come on, everybody. Also, this is the best timing because it lets us relax. I said, let's play. Oh. Stop wasting my time. Just make me dead and let me restart already. Speaking of vampires, you just got exsanguinated via bear. Bear! Umke, on way, everybody way. I way, say, etzle, a play, a way, a aim gay. I be, et be, I, k, am, k, ake me, a ray, I'm ray. Outweigh, of way, everybody weighs aim nay. Anybody weighs aim nay. Anybody weighs aim nay. Either earthfay, utterly, of way, a they aim nay. We each way, it way, I play, it way, us ways, air they. And way, in they, I way, eBay, or way, ein, a way, f way. Or way, a may, m way, ill way, appear way. And way, in they, I say, a say, obey, adway, abe, eBay, and they, in the, I say, a say, e they, aim nay, and they, in the, ananabay, anafe, anfe, ofe, and they, in the, I way, I say, a say, e they, aim nay, it way, afe, f, arrive, aim play, and the Ife, 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 and we Ame Ome. And they in the yeah, and they in the Uye Ase Ide Amne Ithwe Ame Emwe is the Amte, and they airs the and they airs the isn't way any ne amne at the I K and K I'm Ray. Volpes, Volpes, banana fana for Volpes, FIFA Momopes, Volpes. Ide aim gay. Look, y'all, that was way better than the first time. Way better than the first time. And the Ginger Rogers trick is really good. I just have to get it in my mind. It was already better, way more fluid. Oh, people. I'm gonna get it. I'm so good. Whew. This is a Busey Long death in the vein of the new Tomb Raiders. Like, geez, yeah, I get it. Yeah. That's why Hotline Miami was the only hard game I could play. When you died, you were just dead right away. You got to restart immediately. None of this immersive death animation stuff. Yeah, or maybe you could give you the immersive death animation the first time, but then the subsequent times they just cut it. Do you know what I mean? You only did it really once, right? Oh, Dennis, I'm fine. Oh, Valtiel's dying. Look, it was way better that time. I was way better. Way better. At some point, it just became aggressively excessive. And that point was after the first. I agree, Werewolf. Do it once, and then I feel like we're done. Igpe Adenle is apparently hard. Yes. The absolute level of commitment that took. Look, I'm getting better, right? Oh, Vo, get some sleep. Have a good one, and we will see you later, I hope. Yes. The next thing you know, says Rissa, he'll be trying to GM Coalesce in Pig Latin. That would be easier. Because talking is easier than singing, right? Ikazbe, Inwe, Imwe, Akinte, IKNK, Usj, Adjustway, Ime, Ithimre, Ose, that they, Iwe, Ixpe, Ithwe, Ozizpe, Anspe, Acepe, Ose, He, Avhe, Imte, Ute, Inkte, Utwe, Edersle, Urdswe, Inse, Athe, Iwe, Ilwe, Ace, Iwe, Ote, Avhe, Ute, Inkte, Ofwe, Ursisve, Irixle, Andwe, also way, Elodie May, Ithimre, Empote, Ease they Ingsthe, Ose, Iwe Inkthe, at the Igpe Adenle, Inwe, Ekingspe, Udwe, easier bay, eBay. That's all. That's what I'm saying. A position event for playing that scene. And now that's it. Not close, but arena game in full pack. I'm gonna just do. I'm gonna do another visual novel stream. I'm doing it. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, y'all. We're here. We are going to try to figure out how to get past this bear, which is currently looking directly at the cave where I need to go, which is not ideal. Oh, thank you, Rissa, for the warning. I wish I could, yeah, this is, I was so close, right? I was so close. I think I just had to wait a little bit longer in that little break point, and then I could have gotten there. So the thing is, I'm not seeing a good hidey hole. I just wish I had, I just wish I had a rock. If I had a rock, I could throw it and distract the bear. I think, what happens, I'm going to just do an experiment and try going this way, which is not the way I went last time, because it makes no sense to go this way, because it's clearly dangerous and bad, right? Why would I ever go this way? But I'm going to, because sometimes things that don't make any sense might make sense. Oh, okay. Look, I'm hiding here. The bear hasn't seen me. I can't pick it up, though. I wish I could, but maybe I can't pick up anything. No, I can't pick up anything. You're going better. You should have to rush up. Yeah, you're right. I should just... Hey, bear. How you doing? You're beautiful. I wish I could just, because look at it right over there. Just eating in my face. I just... bear. I mean, I could just run like a mad person. You know what I mean? I could just... I feel like the bear is going to move. And once the bear moves, then I can move. I feel like this is do you ever play Hitman? Or Splinter Cell? A good stealth action game where you just kind of sit for a little bit and just check out what happens. And you just wait for the guards to pass by. I love those games. I don't think I've ever played one of those games on stream, though. What's a pretty bear like you doing in this cave? Yuck, yuck, yuck. Hey, mon chéri. like, I feel like it's going to get tired of eating, and then I can go, right? Do you think it's going to leave? It's a good question. Oh, hey, what do I have on me? Nothing. It took all of my gear, which feels inappropriate to me. And I cannot make anything, it doesn't look like, because I have no supplies. I don't want to take off my socks, because I don't think I can throw them. Okay, well, let's see what we got. Have you tried talking to the bear? Have you even asked what the bear's name, what it wants, what it really, really wants? I feel like it wants to zig a zig ah, and by zig a zig ah, I mean maul me. Because I feel like that's what bears often want, is a little bit of mauling. That's my, ooh, y'all. Do you think it's gonna move? Move, bear, move. The last time it kind of like went lurking. It says, look, this is like a super bad idea. Oop. Hi. Nope. 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 Hello. Hi, how are you? I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go this way. Just gonna hang out here. So what I'm gonna do, and in like a second or two, I'm gonna get up and run. So what I'm gonna do, and now run, go, run, yep, run. Oh gosh, run. I don't. Oh yep, run, go, run. Ooh, hey bear. Nothing really. What's over here? We're going this way. Okay. I don't know if this is a good way to run, but it's the way that I'm running. Oh no, I'm dead. Okay. Yep. So that's not the way to run. We're gonna go to that little rest spot that we were at before. Yep. I love the sounds of his screaming. You know, like his screaming. Yeah. His screaming. Yep.
Losing all that blood can't be good for me.
No, it cannot. I'll tell you what I really want. Okay, so, here we are. I'm going to just, sprint.
Too close.
We're gonna sprint. Go. Oh, nope, that wasn't it. Okay. So that wasn't a good plan. That one was bad. That was a bad plan. I was just gonna sprint by the bear, and that's not the way to go, it turns out. That will get you killed real fast. Just like immediately. Yep, okay. Trigger warning bear mauling, in case you wanted to know. I've just found out about it. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna sneak until we can get to a running spot. And, thank you. We had, more deaths than normal today. And they were all tasty. And it's the voice actor who's just screaming.
Too close.
Is what it is. It's just his screaming. The problem is we have to get by the bear. And, like, we're gonna just pass right in front of his face. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not... Or her face. I have no idea the gender of this bear. Their face. Oh. Trooper likes... No. I don't like it. It's disturbing. Again, don't look at the bear. Don't look at the bear. The bear won't look at you. Right? Don't look at the bear. The bear won't look at you. Don't look at the bear. The bear won't look at you. Okay? I'm looking at the bear. I feel like you don't have to get past the bear. You have to... I don't... Okay. The cave is not in that, the spear is not in that particular cave, so I just have to find out where in this cave system this spear is. We're gonna go here. Is what we're gonna do. We're gonna just get right in here a little bit. Because I looked all over the starting cave area, and it wasn't there. Okay. So It wasn't in that starting area. So it's got to be... It does not look to be in this area here either. People. I wish I could save, but I can't. We're going to try... oh, look, there it is. Yeah, okay, so the bear's walking that way, which seems great. If I can just get down this river, just go down the river, go down the river, go down, get under, go, just go, and don't die. Okay? Okay, folks, that's feeling good. I am a little concerned about where this is going to take us, but... Creatures are like, I don't feel like this can go well. I hope we're doing the thing. I hope that... Okay. I also am concerned that wherever we head, the bear will be there. I hear the bear. Do you hear the bear? I hear the bear. I just need this bear spear. Where are you? Oh, look, there it is. There's the bear right there. It can't go much. It did autosave. That's true. Oh, good. Okay. I'm going to take these sticks. I'm going to take a stick. Do you think bears are afraid of sticks? Probably not.
Can't let him near me.
You know, Mackenzie, yeah, we noticed. Also can't save the game. Also, there's a bear here. So, the problem is the bear just, like, shows up in your face. What's over here? Okay, let's, go this way. And let's run. Let's see if we can get somewhere where we can hide. I don't like any of this. Oh, gosh! Bears are afraid of magic sticks.
Feeling faint.
Oh, I slip out of the cave down a waterfall and get snatched by another bear like salmon. Twitch doesn't understand threading, I think. Okay, nope, there it is. Teeth. Uh-huh. On the plus side, we had a checkpoint. So, episode completion. I feel like we're technically still in episode 2 until we can get out of here, right? Yeah, Mackenzie is missing a lot of things. All right, where are we? On the plus side, I feel like we did go the right way, right? Because we got a checkpoint. Oh, gee willikers. I wonder if sneaking all the way is the better way to go. These are questions that I have.
Can't let him near me.
Also, I have no weapons. What is this? Navigation. Great, that doesn't help me. Journal. Campcraft. Well, I could make a... Can I make a fire? How would that help me? I don't think it would. So, it looks like there's another place where I could sneak right on the other side over there. So if I can make it across there, right, then I feel like that would be... Like, let's just make it across there. Let's just sneak that way. Because that seems like the smart thing to do. I I don't know if I can make a torch. No. I can make a tinder plug, but I cannot make a torch. Okay, so we've made it across, which is exciting. Yeah. Okay, so... Bear? By the way, y'all, I always am amused by the fact that I always somehow think that if I, like, turn and if I lean, then I'll be able to see around corners in a game. And that's not how it works, but I always feel like like, that's not how it works. But I feel like I should play a VR game. Also, I feel like they're going to make me really work really hard for this spear. When I feel like that's a little unfair. Can I just... Do you hear it? Let's move a little faster, shall we? I don't feel good about where I'm at right now. Actually, I feel really... Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. This is not bad. Let's run? I feel like... Oh, hey, look! Let's hide. Okay, look, there's socks. That's a bandage, used. Antiseptic, let's...
Come in handy.
Yeah, sure. Search a corpse. What do you got? Give me stuff. Emergency stim, torn paper, great. A bandage, awesome. No weapons? That's sad. Okay, y'all, we have something. Okay, I do not have a VR headset, but I would really like one. I imagine the spear is going to be super obvious when we find it. Okay. And look, some painkillers.
This'll come in handy.
Sure it will. Oh, y'all. Okay. Mackenzie does feel better when he has stuff to hoard. Do you think we'll be able to get our stuff back? We had a lot of stuff like a bedroll, coffee. If you see an autosave, tell me. Just because... Nope, still can't save. I suspect we cannot save until we find this spear and magic helmet. Oh, gosh. This is a little stressful. Oh, hey, we just saved. We just saved, everybody. That means we've hit like a magical checkpoint. Okay, what is here? What do you see? Do you see a spear and magic helmet? Just thinking of the time I ran a horror scenario that legit said, let them find the gun. It won't help them, but they'll feel braver with it. Oh, it has close to real history yet? Possibly. They have done a lot to really, really, hamper the SS in Paris at the moment.
Stay back.
Yeah, Mackenzie, you also have to find this spear, so you can't, you gotta move. So, historically, the SS was able to prevail over the military. General Struppnagel specifically, they were able to, basically undermine them to the point where they just didn't really have this is where we need to go. Where they didn't have a lot of power. But the question is, and right now, the SS prevailed in Paris historically. Now the question is, the players were actually inadvertently helping the SS for quite some time in the first couple of seasons, but they are now actually sort of moving against them more specifically. So the question becomes, if they're able to really undermine the SS, really do it, and they are working on it, like they're actually sort of beginning to actually make moves that will bring them there, and if they can do that, then I think the answer will be they will derail history, yes. So it is entirely possible, and they're heading there, well, at least change history some, They're on their way there, but I don't know what they're going to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they'll follow through or not. It is, I will eat food once I finish our stream for today. Let me, look, I've got some cloth. I've got some antiseptic. What is this? All right. I feel like there was a thing that I didn't pick that I should read. Here, what is this? Let's examine it. Papa, when the lights came, we had to leave. We thought you might stop here, on your old trail, but we couldn't wait. The hunting is good, just like we remembered. Should be even better for you. If you find this, rest a while. We'll be waiting on the coast. Eliza. Oh, Eliza's dead. You know, like that's a... What is this? Lily's trunk key. Key to open the trunk in Lily's room at Grey Mother's house. I feel like I must have done that. Oh. Let me examine this. Sweet. Cool. Let me examine that. Sweet. Awesome. Maybe I didn't use it. What do I do with this ice? Okay. They got me set up with the usual hard cases. Nothing I haven't seen before, but this place feels like the end of some kind of road. Have to find a way back anyhow. Storms out this way are the worst I've seen. Days go by. Same wind blowing. They packed us away, Pop. Froze us up out here. Too cold to work. Just sit thinking all the time, stuck with what I'd done. I actually do. I have my very last chicken schnitzel and the very last of the potato salad and Blaukraut. So I'm gonna go and like microwave up some Blaukraut, and that'll be a really nice dinner, and I'm feeling really good about it. Yeah, I don't... Let's see, is there anything else I'm missing that I need to... Well, apparently... The penmanship on the note suggests the author was in a hurry. I left it in the cave. Head back out from the dam, follow the river, look for a cave near a clearing with a hunter's blind. I feel like I might have, I feel like many of these things are... Okay, this one's new. Torn paper. Oh, yeah, I think... Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you, Krellin. Okay, so here it is. The question is, where's the next place I can sneak to? I think I just need to run for that area over there across the way. We're going to try it. Go. Run. Run. Down. Go. Go, 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 go. Hello, bear. How are you? Oh no, it closes. Demilis closes? Hey, how are you? How are you, bear? Hope you're doing well. I'm going to look at you. How are you? I'm not taunting you. I'm not poking with a stick. But I'm just looking at you because I feel like, I needed to just be certain. I'm so sad that we used to have so many dinners at Demilli's. Yeah, I'm going to have schnitzel, chicken schnitzel, Hähnchen schnitzel, and Blaukraut and potato salad, German potato salad. And it'll be the last of it, which means I also need to defrost some ground beef so I can make some, like, Korean barbecue ground beef for the next couple of days. And I'll do that tomorrow. Did we get a... Oh, the pandemic is really terrible. Oh, Valtiel, those are delicious. You should totally...
There it is.
Where?
The spear.
Where?
Somehow I gotta grab it. That'll even the odds.
Okay, great. But where is the spear? I don't see it. We ordered from the Tuesday, so my last meal lasagna is going to be my... Oh. It closed on Saturday. Okay, so let's see. Where is this spear? Oh, I see it. There it is, right over there. Do you see it? Right there. Right there is where it is. I see it. It's right there. And I don't think we auto-saved. So, I'm going to have to time this. Vinegar. Vinegar, Ice Bunny. Vinegar. Because vinegar is tasty. I'm going to just go now. This is probably a bad choice, but we're going to go for it. Come on. Come on. Oh, man. Okay. Nope. 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 I'm in trouble. Everybody, I'm in trouble. Oh! That was bad timing. That wasn't the way to do it. That wasn't the way to do it, everybody. Just so you know, that wasn't the way to do it. Yep. Yeah. German potato salad with vinegar, not American potato salad with mayonnaise. So close. We'd
Bleed out soon.
Okay. All right. We've got like 15 minutes. Okay. Oh no, we did. We got to save. Okay, this is good. All right. Okay. So the problem is that we need to get over there, and I don't think we can get there. Oh, in the north you do mayo? Oh yeah, no, I lived in Bavaria, so oh, Kritwich with vinegar, it's so good. You boil the potatoes, and then you want to get one of the keys is you do not want russet potatoes. You want something that's you don't want like the russet American. Russet American potatoes are not what you want. You want like a Yukon, a gold potato is what you want. Boil them, and then you make a vinegar sauce for it. So it's like vinegar and onions, a couple other things, and then you like let them sit in there for like a good hour. It's so good. And eat it warm. Warm. Hey, where's the bear? Where is it? Do you see it? I hear it, but I don't see it. I am very concerned about the fact that I can't. Oh, there it is. There it is. What you want is you don't want, I think you don't want you don't want the regular, you don't want russets. You don't like, I think you don't want the starchy ones. I think you want something that's slightly different. Yeah. The last potato salad I used had Yukon. The mix I made for it wasn't good though. So just, yeah. The idea is they get too mushy. So I feel like maybe, if I go now, I can maybe sneak a little bit because I cannot get, what happens if I go this way? I feel very exposed. Susanna, how are you, Susie? The only thing worse than a bear you can see is a bear you can't see. Yes. Susie, how are you? I was thinking about you. Why was I thinking about you? I was thinking about you because you said something on Twitter that I thought was awesome. Oh man, this bear is going to see me and it's going to kill me. I'm hiding in this corner and it's going to kill me. I'm doing well, except for being mauled by bears. There's been bear mauling, quite a few bear maulings, in inappropriate ways, and the bear seems, in my face. Y'all, Susie was a player in this game that I ran for Gen Con, which was Spy Team 67 and the Quaint Village of Doom, and she was amazing. She was playing Diana Darling, and one of my goals in life is to get that crew together to play again. Hi, don't kill me. Great. Come on, leave me alone. Nope. Now you're just gonna kill me. It's fine. I'm gonna die, is what's gonna happen right now. It's gonna. Okay, I'm okay. Well, this is good to know. I feel like we should have a December situation going on. I'm gonna. Oh, I first off, okay.
That's a lot of blood.
It is a lot of blood. Susie, do you want to know one of my favorite moments? One of my favorite moments in the stream was a thing you did. You did a thing that was like one of the best things ever. And it was when to take out some people. It's like, well, how are you going to take out these people? Because you were successful, in your role and all that. And you're like, I'm going to use those sort of like ineffective karate chops that were so popular in the '60s spy shows. And I was like, yes, you will, because if you've ever watched any of those shows, there's all these kind of like, there's somewhere a mix between like a backhand and a karate chop. And you're like, I don't know how like that will have somebody like fly 40 feet that direction, but it does. And I was all about it. And I was so happy. And I am going to find a way to get us all back, to get the gang back together, because it was so good. It was so good. Susie, what were you streaming? We're going to try one more time to see if we can get past this bear. and then yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. And that show is all about really good ridiculous genre tropes. And I oh hey, if it goes this way, maybe we can sneak behind it. That would be really awesome if we could just do that. Like well, it goes this way, we will go this way, and we're gonna just sneak, and we're gonna
Name
run.
game.
We're gonna run is what we're gonna do. Oh, Hrothgar, I've got a name game for you, but I'm gonna grab this spear. Where is it? Where's the spear? Right here. Spear. Grab it. Bear spear. Okay. Oh no! We got the spear in our hands. We got it in our hands. Also, I can't sing while we're being mauled. I can't, because we're just being mauled.
Feeling faint.
Was streaming some Back for Blood earlier, getting some nice cathartic zombie killing. Nice. Wait. I'm not dead. What's going on? Okay, wait. We're gonna just do that for a second, because we're not dead. Okay, we're just gonna chat with Susie for a moment. Oh, yeah, leading to the cheesy campy spy shows I watched was it's so fun, and I was like, ooh, so good. And I have to tell you, I just feel like there's so much you can do with that genre, just with the because the thing is, those shows were really good. Do you know what I mean? Like, they were really interesting, really fun. They had such charm, and I think that's one of the things that was really interesting. They were campy, but they were charming. They weren't. They took themselves partially seriously, if you know what I mean. Like, they had fun. Things were over the top. There was like a sense of humor about them, but they didn't look down on them. Do you know what I mean? Like, the people who were in the shows didn't look down on the shows, if you know what I mean. Like, I was watching some remake of something from the 80s that clearly didn't. I know what it was. That movie, the Avengers movie with Uma Thurman and Ralph Fiennes, did not respect the show very much, and thought that the show was a little ridiculous, and then that didn't come off well, because the show is really good. And I think that you have to, there's like a laughing with the show, and there's a laughing at the show, and you've got to like kind of get that right balance of laughing with it, if you know what I mean. Yes. I hope I have the spear. They took themselves seriously enough and knew what they were, and just had joy. I said, absolutely. It makes me so sad when adaptations are. Oh, Susie, yes. It makes me so sad when adaptations are almost embarrassed of the source. Right. And if you're embarrassed of the source, then you shouldn't do it. Right? That's the thing. Because and I think also the other thing I would say is that I think it's important to note that the show was not just silly, right? The Avengers actually had things to say if you look about what does it mean to be British. Like, it has a lot of critiques of the British Empire. Like, a lot of people who are like, oh, the British Empire, I remember the Raj. Like, those people are usually villains. Like, those people are not good people most of the time. And it has a lot of critique of, like, kind of conservative Britishness. Of course, makes sense. It's like a late 60s swing London kind of show. But it also has some concern about, like, corporations sort of running wild with technology. So there's a lot of actually really interesting social critique in the show. So the show, and I think that what ends up happening oftentimes, not just the Avengers, but a lot of shows, people will make an adaptation of it, but not understand that there was social critique, that there was something actually serious going on socially there, while it was still charming and funny. And so they don't get that. So they just kind of are like embarrassed by what they think is like over the top and silly, and they don't get what made the show or the medium, whatever we're talking about, meaningful. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's one of the problems is it how I've got a bit more time. Yeah, why Hawkeye, why do 3/4 of the remake homages seem to be done as satires of the original? See, that's a very good question. I have the bowler hat. I've got the bowler hat right over there on my hat wig rack. It is there. Okay. Let's see what do I have. Oh, spear. Here. Spear. Here. Okay, here we go. Fighting back. Go. Fight back. Ah! Oh gosh. Okay, bear. Just don't die. Okay. Quick. Anesthetic. I might need it. How's my health? I've got blood loss. Okay, that's bad. I need to. Okay, wait, bear. Sorry, bear's coming. I've got to deal with the bear right now. Okay. Excuse me. I've got blood loss. Oh gosh. Whew. Whew. I hope I have a bandage still, because I need to. Okay, quick. Get up. Right now. Get up. First aid. Bandage. Apply bandage. Okay. So I don't. Okay. Okay. How am I doing? I've got infection risk. Okay. Treat it with the antiseptic. Antiseptic. Go. Okay. Okay. Y'all, we might be able to actually make it through this before and get to a save point. Okay, here we go. We're fighting. Oof. This, oof. Bear. Oh, gosh. Oh. Oh. Oh, poor bear. I mean, it did try to murder me a whole lot. Okay, can I save? Can I?
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Such a majestic creature.
Yeah.
I didn't want to kill you.
I didn't want to kill you either.
This new world will make murderers of us all.
I don't think this counts as murder. I don't think it counts as murder because it was trying to kill you, maul you to death. Oh, hey.
Mackenzie.
Cutscene.
Bear is dead.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Y'all. I'm gonna miss the bear too. It was, yes, Hawkeye, it was self-defense. It was like mega self-defense. It was like a super self-defense. I hope we...
Good. You're up. And just in time.
Y'all, this is perfect timing.
What happened?
You passed out.
I did.
let you rest since I needed time to fix the radio.
Oh,
What did I
Whew.
tell you? Those transponder parts did the
Susie, we're gonna do it. We're gonna play more. I'm so excited.
You did good, Mackenzie.
And I've got to go talk to Lindy about getting some
Signal
extra
strength
overlays.
looks like it might be sufficient, but
Oh, I'm so
who
excited.
knows how long it'll last with this unpredictable aurora in the sky.
And we'll maybe be able to have more than one
Okay.
session. I'm so excited.
Call Perseverance Mills?
I've
I'm
already
so
set
excited.
frequency. Just toggle the call button.
This way you can have like time. And there's one question I have for the creator that I'm gonna ask, and then because I really want to we cannot save. Dang it! I really want to what's the word?
Here goes
Dig into that system a little bit more, because there's some things we didn't get to do last time, but I think we can do this time, and I'm really excited for it to see how some of these play out.
Is this the radio station at
Yes,
Perseverance
yes,
Mills?
Susie. Also, I got to meet her in person. Dinah Rig, I got to meet her in person.
Hello? What do you mean quarantine?
What?
Is there a doctor with you?
What? Yeah. Ooh, I really like how they encourage you to also get yourself captured sometimes to get extra karma points. I feel like if we get a little bit more time, like a 2-shot maybe, we can really make it sing, and I'm very excited about trying that out. Because it's such a good crew.
Only chance for
Yeah, I got to meet her, and
You need to find your lady friend. I need to reach someone too.
Susie, once we get to a safe point, I have to tell you, because
Well, we can find another radio.
it's like
Or
a...
repair this one.
It's a big
Get
deal.
new parts.
I almost died.
No,
I almost died.
there's only one way now. You need to do it.
Me?
What?
Need to do what?
What?
You need to take my message. You need to deliver it for me. It's important. You need to do it for me, Mackenzie. It'll be weeks before I can travel that far. You need to do it for me.
I just got mauled by a bear.
Okay, okay, take it easy.
You don't understand.
He's very
Don't
tense
understand
about
what's
this.
coming, Mackenzie.
Okay.
You have to take my message.
Okay.
Or else none of the rest of it matters.
Okay, but what is the
Okay,
message?
Jeremiah. I'll take your message.
Will you tell me what it
It's
is?
only a little detour for you. On the way to Perseverance Mills.
This seems very
a
suspicious.
little detour that can change a lot.
Mackenzie did kill the radio star.
I'm listening.
Go through Carter.
Okay.
You'll need to get the old elevator system working.
All right.
With the Aurora, it just might work. Go through Carter, the lower part of the dam. Now look out for...
Yeah, I know. Unstable.
So, Susie,
Right.
this is what happened. I was in
Through
high
Carter,
school.
Out the other side. You'll find your way to Signal Hill.
Yeah.
Old weather service radio there. More powerful than my shortwave.
Okay.
You should be able to reach them.
Reach who?
I'll give you the frequency. Ask for Atwood.
Okay.
Atwood. Got it.
Right.
What's the message?
Wintermute.
Wintermute?
Okay. That's
Just that.
that's mysterious.
Atwood will know what it means. Once you've done that, keep following the road north and you'll eventually get to Perseverance Mills. You'll start seeing the signs a few days walk out.
Okay. Got it.
Oh.
And what will you do?
A couple more days to recover, and then something else I gotta do.
That sounds mysterious
You're
again.
in no state.
Relax, Mackenzie. It's a short trip.
Sounds bad. Sounds bad.
The old bear out of the picture. I may have half a chance now. Thanks to you.
Well, don't make all my hard work keeping you alive be for nothing.
Seriously.
Good luck finding your lady, Mackenzie. I hope she's okay. This upside down world won't be easy on the good people.
Yeah, I'm just
You know that.
Thanks.
waiting to get to a
She's out there somewhere,
save point.
and she's a strong one.
'Cause they're
She'll make it,
chatting, you know.
and I'll find her again.
Okay.
In
So s-
Perseverance Mills.
Don't forget about Atwood.
I know Atwood, Wintermute. I got it.
Take care of yourself, Jeremiah.
People are so nervous. Are we? Okay, so, Susie, this is what happened. When I was 11 years old, I was flipping through the TV, and I...
Move.
Okay. Wait, chapter 4? No. We're not in chapter 4, are we? No.
Somebody's watching me.
I always feel that somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Whoa, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Tell me, is it just a dream? Ba-da-ba-bow. Okay, that's exciting. Look, we're on our way out, but let me tell you. So this is what happened. So, Susie, I was 11 years old. I was sitting around, right, flipping through the TV. And then all of a sudden, The Avengers is on, but it's like the end of the episode. One of the episodes where like Mrs. Peel's like tied into a racing car on blocks, and she's got to like not like mess up, or else she get electrocuted and die. There's a big fight, and I was like, "What is going on? What is this show?" My mom's like, "Oh, that's The Avengers." It was a show I really liked. I was like, "Okay," so I started watching it religiously, and I thought Diana Rigg was the most amazing thing ever. And right about that time, she was on. She was in a production of King Lear with Laurence Olivier. It was aired on TV, so I watched it, and that got me into Shakespeare. So I started reading all sorts of Shakespeare, and then she was in Bleak House, a production of Bleak House for Masterpiece Theater, which was Dickens. So I started reading a lot of Dickens, and so I just followed her career, and I was doing theater at this point in time, and I said, you know what? She went to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, so I am going to go to the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art because she's such a good actor, and I got to see that amazing version of Midsummer Night's Dream with her, Helen Mirren, Judi Dench, Ian Holm, Ian Richardson, Malcolm Warner, like just like an amazing cast. And I was like, I'm going to do this. And so a lot of like who I am, the things I've read, the things I've done were heavily influenced by following her career, and like just in this very intense way. And when I was a senior in high school, I was like, I want to go to the RADA, but you can't. It's expensive. I had no money, and you can't work while you go there. So I thought, if I join the Army, they'll give me a college fund, and there's a special scholarship for Americans, and they only take like a couple, like 6 students a year. So if I get in, then I can probably get the American scholarship and then use the Army money to pay for my room and board. So that was my plan. So I signed up for the Army, and Dinah Rigg came on tour to San Francisco in the show Love Letters. She was in it with Stacy Keach. It's a 2-person show, and I sent her flowers for opening night with a letter where I explained how much she'd influenced my life and how important she'd been to my life up to that point in time, and like how amazingly impactful she'd been in my life, and how I wanted to go to the RADA and like then go to the Royal Shakespeare Company afterwards, and how I joined the Army and all this stuff. I just wrote everything. And I sit with these roses for opening night. And then I got tickets to see the show like the next week or the week after, maybe the next week. And so I go to the show, I watch it, I cry like a baby because it's so moving and so amazing. And then I wait after the show is done in the lobby, hoping that she'll come out. And I had with me the book that she wrote, No Turn Unstoned, which is a collection of like the meanest theatrical reviews. Like British theater reviewers are mean. And she had this collection because she was given a really terrible review in the 60s. She was doing a show called Abelard and Heloise on the stage where she had a nude scene. And the theatrical reviewer said of her, Miss Dinah Rigg is built like a brick mausoleum with insufficient flying buttresses. And like, she never forgot that review, and all of her friends all had similarly super mean reviews. And so because everybody had remembered their reviews, and so she collected them all into a book, and then she did all this research to find reviews that were like really bad, going all the way back to Shakespeare, right? So it's this like huge collection of like mean theatrical reviews, like Tulilla Bankhead ran the gamut of emotions from A to B, right? And so I have the book with me, and I'm waiting in the lobby, and she comes out, and like I hand her the book and I ask her for the autograph, and she autographs it for me. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I got to meet Dinah Rigg, right? She autographed the book. Then she went off in this car, and I was like so excited. And I go home, and the very next day I get a letter in the mail, like a little card with no return address, just like my name and address on the front. And the handwriting seemed vaguely familiar, but I couldn't place where it was from. And I didn't know what it was because I didn't have a return address. And I open it, and it's a card from Dinah Rigg. Like, Dinah Rigg sent me a thank you card for the flowers. And she's like, thank you so much for like following my career. And like, I hope the Army doesn't put you off acting. She wrote me a thank you card. Dinah Rigg. She wrote me a thank you card. And, yeah, yeah, that was like one of the high points of my entire life. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Susie said she would cry forever. I totally did. Like, it was like I think about like, it's really hard to underestimate. You cannot imagine. So, just think about this for a moment. Shakespeare, Dickens, I got amazing scores on my SATs primarily because I was following Dinah Rigg. I joined the Army because I wanted to go to the RADA. Joining the Army changed the entire course of my life. So much about my aesthetic, and the things I think about, and what I think about, like, one of the things that, okay, I'm going to tell you all this, and then I have to go soon, but people always say that there are no, where's good, like they say, like, there's no good representations of like masculinity and femininity and like all that kind of stuff. Like, we don't have it. We just have like bad things. And for me, the Avengers was good representation. Dinah Rigg's character, Mrs. Peel, was smart. She was funny. She could take care of herself. She could handle herself. And Mr. Steed was also smart. He was like a gentleman. He was cool, and he was never threatened by her, ever. And he was happy when he saved her, when she saved him, and vice versa. And they had a relationship that was based on mutual respect. And he he was never threatened by her. He respected her. And I got to see like models of people, right? A fellow who made sure he looked sharp and dressed well and was really happy to have an equal partner, right? Because I always felt like they were equal partners. And that was like this great model of how you could be in the world, right? You could be in this amazing equal partnership and nobody had to be lesser, which is why the sixth season when they brought in Tara King was so upsetting to me, because that is not what that relationship was about at all. And I was so frustrated. And I love that she was like unashamed of her sexuality. And like, they were just like, it was just, and that's from like 1966 people. And like, we have rarely had examples of people like that since then. And being able to see what I thought was something pretty awesome, you know, that something that was based on equality, mutual respect, no shame, you know, like really just like, and I remember Dinah Rigg had said, there was an interview that they had with Dinah Rigg. They said, oh, you know, hey, you know, we're Steed and Peele having sex. We want to know. And she's like, of course they were. Mrs. Peele was like a liberated woman from the 1960s. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's in swinging London. Why would she be ashamed of anything? Like, she had her own bachelorette pad and she was doing her thing. And like, and it was just this real kind of like comfort with self and this real kind of emancipated person who had a because like in some shows you'd have like an emancipated woman and the partner would be somebody who's like an old grump who's like, I hate emancipation, blah, 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 right? Like, and that'd be like the dynamic. But no, he was like, awesome, great, you know what I mean? And that was really good. That's it. So that show has been so meaningful to me and it was so important in so many ways and helped in many ways make me the person that I am today. And so being able to run it again will make me happy, which means I'm going to start thinking about dates in December. That's it. All right. So I have got to go. So I've got to go get some food. Susie, thank you for being in that show. And we're gonna do it again. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited. Okay. Valtia says, I think I'm going to go and find an episode of The Avengers to watch. Yes. I would recommend if you can find The Positive Negative Man's a pretty good one. I like that one. Another good one, there's one that's like all Mrs. Peele all the time, but it's really, really good. It's called The House That Jack Built. It's a solo episode for just her, and it's really, really good. It's all Mrs. Peele all the time, but really it's such a good episode. The House That Jack Built. If you can find that one, you should watch it. It's really, really good. Okay, so I'm going. And Spy Team 67 will be back. We'll be back. I'm going to go eat some food. Oh, I should say, it's Thursday, right? So tomorrow is Friday. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, you can find me here on this channel, Trooper SJP, for City of Light and Shadow, the French resistance campaign that I run. On Saturday, I should be running The Outer Worlds. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening. I've got to check. Yes, I believe that's happening. And then Sunday night, you can catch me at Praxagora, the Smophoria's channel for Romance of the Blue Rose. And then on Wednesday over at her channel and that's at 8 p.m., same thing, 8 p.m. on Wednesday for Witcher Roads Home. That's where you can find me. And I want to say, everybody, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Come and find me on Discord. We've got a Discord. Join us there. You can find me here, Trooper SJP, here and also on YouTube for an archive of the shows. Academic Foxhole on Twitter. Also, we have a Patreon, Academic Foxhole, which is to help pay for the shows, like all the cast, because when we run the shows and I'm producing them, then all my cast gets paid. And join our Discord. That's it. So take care of yourselves, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Or to quote Mrs. Peele's last line in the last episode that she was in, the Forget Me Not, always keep your bowler on in times of danger and watch out for diabolical masterminds. Bye, everybody.